Uh, okay, so अघि केही प्रब्लम आएछ सो नाउ आई एम rejoining and I'm expecting COVID to join as soon as possible. So, before we begin, let me just share something about COVID at first. So, he has been an author of his book, whose name is Python Hero, I guess Python Hero, and he's an entrepreneur and copywriter, author, and he's involved in so many things. And yes, you will say about him and explain everything about him as well. So, I'm waiting for him. Uh, at first, let me also check if my voice is clear or not. In so many things, and yes, you will say about him and explain everything about him as Okay, well. So, I'm waiting for him. Uh, at first, let me also check if my voice is clear or not. In so many things, and yes, you will say about him and. Hello, Kovid. I guess I can hear you now. Can you speak something?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, finally I can
Yeah.
hear you. Oh my god.
That's good.
Like I just shifted my like microphone from it was like in other place. I just shifted it in near me, so that's why it was not working.
How have you been last days?
Yeah, like everything is going extremely good and
Where are
fine.
you actually right now these days?
I'm at Kodesar, at Kathmandu, Kodesar.
Kodisha.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Which part of Kodisha then?
You know Badvadini?
Patwadini side. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'm
Yeah,
from that
yeah.
location.
Yes, yes.
And what about you?
I am near Duakot. Have you come towards October area more?
Yes, actually, I'm shifting to Bhaktapur very soon.
Oh,
Like our
really?
house is getting
Which
ready there, so we are
which
shifting.
place?
Um, Srijana Nagar. Do you know about Srijana Nagar,
Yeah, yeah, it's
Bhaktapur?
just close by. It's just here.
Yeah, yeah. In that place, we have our house that is almost getting ready, and maybe in 1 month we are going to shift there. And
That's
yes.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So are you with your family then in
Oh
Kodisha?
yeah, yeah. You're also you're at Kodeshwar. I'm with my family, and actually we are renting this house to like guest house, and we are shifting to
That's
there.
awesome.
Yeah,
Sounds like a passive income source.
yeah. Okay, so is our conversation going to be in English or we can mix Nepali and English both?
Anything, I mean, it's
Okay, so
okay.
this म नेपाली पनि मिक्स गर्छु एन्ड आइम गोइङ टु मिक्स
Obviously.
इङ्ग्लिस एज वेल ओके सो हामी त्यसो भए फर्स्ट टाइम बोलेको है आज लाइक आई गेस फर्स्ट
I
टाइम
think so.
लाइक
Uh,
मेसेन्जरहरूमा त वी हेभ
quite like
टर्क
we were talking in the social media a little bit, but
Uh-huh.
I think first time family is a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
Um,
happy to hear. How about this TL you upload or something that you
yeah, yeah,
have?
yeah. DL
How
Upload, yeah,
is
like it is, it has been like 4 years I'm running this startup,
yeah,
and yeah, it is doing extremely good. Like, we have like, I guess about like 400,000 users, nearby 400,000 users, and
that's a lot.
it
Yeah.
is doing like good, good, and yeah, everything is going
Yeah,
good. And just not DL
yeah,
Upload, we have also
yeah.
started a new startup which is College Tiffin, a food
Okay,
scheduling platform for colleges, and a few
that's
other
great.
things on the
That's
way.
great. That's great. Yeah.
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 Okay.
You're hustling good, so alhamdulillah.
Yeah, this is age to hustle.
Yeah, we everyone should hustle.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so I guess we can start the session like
Yeah, yeah,
formally,
yeah.
and also I'm recording this stream as well. Uh,
Definitely.
yeah, so I guess it is fine with you. I just wanted to notify you.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so let's talk about you then. Like, I guess you were like a little bit inactive these days, right? Yeah, like in
Yeah,
social media, I guess.
by the way, yes. If you look
Yeah.
from the outside, yes.
Okay, so let's start
But
with your
I would say
introduction.
something like this. I would put it something like this that it's like tigers opening its claws.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Let's just rest it
Um,
on that.
okay, so let's start with your introduction. Like, how would you like to introduce yourself with our audience?
I mean, I'm just a normal person, just trying to make the world better place by providing impact through my companies, and that's what I've bbeen doing. मेरे को दुईटा company को aim में त्यही नै हो to bring impact, to bring change,
Yeah.
that's why I also named my US based company Impact Yes LLC. So yeah, everything that I do is based around impact. So I would say I'm
Yeah.
an impact person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you have like take some as well, I guess, yeah.
Yes,
Eh,
Texamas is an Nepali company. So हामीले चाहिँ कस्तो गर्छौँ भने Texamasबाट चाहिँ वेबसाइटहरू सफ्टवेयरहरू so we get these clients. If we have some clients here and there, then we use this. And I'm more specifically into training sectors these days. So म चाहिँ corporate trainingहरू गरिरहेको छु. So that's why we registered Impact Yes also. So yeah.
Wow. Like do you know something like first time when I saw you like मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो
Yeah.
कस्तो I feel so much happy watching you क्या like you are as भन्दा I guess 3 वर्ष अगाडि 4 वर्ष अगाडि I've seen you first time in videos
I know.
I was so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
amazed to watch that wow you look
yeah,
like kid and your videos
yeah,
are like super
yeah,
energetic and हुन्छ नि like कस्तो बवाल क्या like I was motivated to make videos from you क्या I'm being totally honest with you
thank you.
I at first started making videos or I think I have to learn from him भनेर होइन मैले तिम्रो भिडियो यति हेरेको छु होइन when I was getting started from on YouTube
Yeah,
अनि when I was actually exploring क्या होइन how to make videos
yeah,
जस्तो कुरा I was
yeah.
exploring त्यसमा चाहिँ first hand goes to you म honest भएर
Thank you.
I can
Thank
just
you.
say this guy the first person who motivated was you. I'm
Thank you
just
so
so
much.
much
Yeah, thank you so
overwhelmed
much,
with
Panthy.
that. Because of you, I started. I can say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually started. I was just हिजो
Mhm.
भर्खर म त्यहाँ एउटा
Uh-huh.
क्याफेमा मेरो दाइको क्याफे छ कि लाइक चिन्ने दाइको
Uh-huh.
अनि आई वाज जस्ट हुन्छ नि ब्रेन स्टर्मिङ डिफ्रेन्ट आइडियाज विथ हिम अनि
Uh-huh.
त्यसपछि हि वाज टकिङ अबाउट द सेम थिङ द्याट हुन्छ नि वी स्टार्ट यङ
Uh-huh.
आई मिन आई स्टार्टेड यङ सो
Mhm.
हि वाज सोइङ मी त्यो मैला पहिला मैले 5 क्लासमा बनाएको भिडियोजहरू
Ah.
so I was like, oh, you also know that.
Yes.
So yeah,
Mm.
it's a kind of journey, and I'm always surprised to see this. Hunzani, I was
Mm.
like, the first video that I created, I mean,
Uh,
like, it's a total transformation. I don't know.
या हो नि लाइक
Good practice, I would say.
मलाई सबभन्दा
Yeah.
मनपर्ने भनेको चाहिँ होइन तपाईँ यु स्पिक क्या तिम्रो कन्फिडेन्ट नै आई लभ इट क्या
Thank you so much. Thank you
लाइक
so much.
ओके माई फर्स्ट क्वेसन गोज लाइक दिस होइन हाउ यु आर सो मच कन्फिडेन्ट हाउ
I think I would say something like this that more पहिला starting ma confident थिएन. So if you again YouTube मा videos छ मेरो पहिला 5 class को video छ still it's somewhere private. We have to search around, but if someone searches, then he will find it. And if you look at it, and I think म त्यतिखेर confident on. I mean, I was confident, but अहिलेको लेभलको जुन मेरो त्यो एउटा still there is level to grow, but still त्यो एउटा mid journey हुन्छ नि त्यो लेभलको चाहिँ थिइनँ so obviously it's a transformational journey so
या
I would consider myself as an introvert त्यतिखेर so even अहिले पनि if I go to social settings then it's hard for me to connect with people but what I do is I try to consciously हुन्छ नि त्यो रियाममा different मेरो यहाँ भर्खर भिजन बोर्डमा किल कम्फर्ट जोन भनेर एउटा स्टिकिङ
वाउ
so like I always try to get out of my realm to get हुन्छ नि into the other parts consciously किनभने we don't like it let me be honest we don't like it
या
मेरो रोटरीको प्रोग्राम थियो लाइक चार्टर डे थियो हाम्रो होइन so I was there were big celebrities like हुन्छ नि एक्टर हुनुहुन्थ्यो अनि त्यसपछि मिस नेपालको पेजेन्टको चेयरम्यान हुनुहुन्थ्यो होइन so they were dignitaries के अनि I was one of them I was a Rotarian not a Rotaract I had to go into this realm of Rotarian to connect with these people
या
होइन so it was a hard thing for me तर I think when we do it consciously to improve ourselves to get out of the comfort zone I think that's how we get this confidence
yeah
to get out of the comfort zone.
yes
Thank you.
yeah I also feel the same yeah like if you are afraid to do something then you have to do that to gain confidence yeah? Otherwise there is no other way to gain confidence yeah you know
Definitely.
like jump
Because
into it
let's just think it logically, you know, like
uh-huh.
I was just saying, for example, you want to go from here to the choke. Then what would you do? You just start from here, like you would not just think now concepts anymore. Choke from here. You would firstly start with, stand up from here, then start your journey. So I think it's always about that getting the first step up. then it's always that snowball effect that comes with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
didn't start, you won't get to there.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
These
So,
quotes are really valuable.
okay, so like you are doing YouTube from त्यति धेरै एकदमै बच्चैदेखिबाट नि त होइन, so
Yeah.
how did you get into YouTube like then?
Yeah, I remember this होइन
Uh-huh.
लाइक मैले पहिला फर्स्टमा युट्युब भिडियो कन्टेन्ट्सहरू
Uh-huh.
हेर्ने भनेको
Mm.
पहिला लाइक
Mm.
इट वाज अराउन्ड
Mm.
7-8 years ago होइन
Mm.
so it was about life hacks and these things.
Ah.
So at that time I also thought okay let me just also create like videos होइन like
Mm.
randomly.
Uh-huh.
त्यतिखेर I can see my playlists पहिलाको होइन
Uh-huh.
like I would used to create whatever comes to my mind के
Uh-huh.
randomly होइन
Uh-huh.
अनि त्यही भएर चाहिँ मैले कस्तो बनाउँथेँ भने लाइक there is a video called how to chop paneer, there is a video called how to code,
Uh-huh.
there is a video called how to do mathematical calculations,
Mm.
anything.
Mm.
And that I think that approach of trying different things
Uh-huh.
led me to programming and things like it in a
Uh-huh.
streamlined way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's how
Mm.
I got my path. So yeah, I think that's how I got into YouTube actually.
Yeah, that is so nice story.
Yeah,
अनि लाइक विथ डिफ्रेन्ट इटरेसन होइन लाइक ट्राई एन्ड टेस्ट गरेर
yeah,
आई थिङ्क यु गट हुन्छ नि
mhm,
अलिकति हुन्छ नि लाइक कम्फर्टेबल विथ तिम्रो प्यासन चाहिँ मलाई म चाहिँ के देख्छु म भन्छु है त आई सी
yeah,
यु इन होइन लाइक मोटिभेसन स्पिकर एज अ मोटिभेसन स्पिकर क्या
mhm,
बिकज होइन योर
mhm.
भोइस हेज इनर्जी क्या म भन्छु क्या आई मिन
Yeah,
अनेस्ट क्या
thanks.
योर भोइस हेज इनर्जी टु हुन्छ नि अट्र्याक्ट पिपुल क्या मैले जस्तो अब इफ आई स्क्रोल युट्युब होइन कहिलेकाहीँ सर्ट पनि आउँछ नि त त्यो सर्ट पनि मैले स्क्रोल गरिरहेको छु जब वेन इट कम्स टु यर सर्ट म एकछिन अड्किन्छु क्या
Yeah,
लाइक दिस गाइज भोइस हुन्छ नि भोइसबाटै म आई स्टक देयर अनि आई वाच द फुल
yeah,
भिडियो होइन आई वाच भिडियो क्या
yes,
सो हुन्छ नि यर
yeah.
भोइस एन्ड हुन्छ नि यर प्रेजेन्टेसन स्किल त देयर इज नो
Thank you so much.
नो कसरी चाहिँ म एक्सप्लेन गरौँ बट इट इज एकदमै
Yeah,
दामी होइन
thank you
एन्ड
so much.
एन्ड अल्सो यु आर इम्प्रुभिङ होइन अझै योभन्दा अझै बेटर वे
Yeah.
पनि होला होइन अफकोर्स
Always there is always room to grow I think.
या
हुन्छ नि मेरो चाहिँ
एक्ज्याक्टली
एउटा मेन प्रिन्सिपल नै त्यही
अँ
छ कि मेरो लाइफको अराउन्ड होइन like
Mhm.
I've seen people हुन्छ नि
Uh-huh.
I go to gym. I recently joined the
Mhm.
gym and
Ah.
so I go to gym I can see the people around
Mhm.
there. The gym trainer himself is
Ah.
like then when I meet with people especially in the gym I
Ah.
just got this recently so that comes
Ah.
to my mind but we get this in different parts of our life.
Ah.
There are some people who
Mhm.
are full of their knowledge. That means they're
Mm.
complacent.
Mhm.
होइन? So they're full of their knowledge. They don't want to grow. त्यो गाग्रीमा ढक्कन लगायो भन्छ नि
हजुर
त्यो आउँछ क्या
Ah.
नेपालीमा पनि
Mhm.
होइन सो गाग्रीमा त्यो एउटा क्लोज लागिसकेको हुन्छ होइन
Ah.
and there is another type of people I
Mhm.
put it in the three different portion of people होइन?
Ah.
So there is one person which is totally closed. There's another person who are like not closed
Mhm.
but full. So
Mhm.
if you put more, then it goes overflowed, right?
Yeah.
So these are the people who have full of knowledge
Mhm.
and they are not
Mhm.
accepting the other knowledge,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So they are packed within their own boundaries.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by that. And there's third kind of people who are open, empty, who want to learn
Yeah.
always. They are full
Mhm.
of empty
Mhm.
space which can
Yeah.
be filled. But I think मलाई चाहिँ यो
Mhm.
थर्ड वाला चाहिँ भन्न मन लाग्छ कि किनभने
Yeah.
there's always room to learn and grow and develop
Yes,
ourselves.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like our life
yeah,
is so long अनि like
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
always say this thing क्या लाइक हुन्छ नि अब जस्तै अब हामी आफैले आई से लाइक लेट्स से होइन मलाई यसमा आई नो सो मेनी थिङ अबाउट दिस भनेर म भन्छु भने होइन लेट्स से होइन बट वेन आई
Yeah,
गेट अलिकति डिप इन्टु इट वेन आई लर्न समथिङ मोर इन्टु इट जब चाहिँ हुन्छ नि आई एक्सप्लोर इट मोर देन आई एक्चुली रियलाइज द्याट मलाई चाहिँ थाहा छ मलाई चाहिँ आउँछ भनेको हुन्छ नि द्याट इज जस्ट वान
yeah,
पर्सेन्ट अफ I know क्या देयर इज 99%
absolutely,
मोर द्याट आई निड टु लर्न
100%.
होइन
Yeah,
सो
yeah.
यस इट इज लाइक लर्निङ
Because
नेभर
the world
एन्ड्स
is so big.
या
Yeah,
एक्ज्याक्टली
exactly. Correct,
लर्निङ
correct,
नेभर
correct.
एन्ड्स होइन लाइफ इज फुल
Yeah,
अफ लर्निङ क्या मलाई पनि लाइक आई फिल
100%,
द सेम
100%.
Okay, so let's talk more about your entrepreneur journey, like how you get into it, how
Yeah.
you actually started, like यसको स्टार्टिङ कहाँबाट भयो त आई गेस मैले तिम्रो पहिला इन्टरभ्यू पनि
It's
हेरेको थिएँ त्यसबाट पनि
right,
आई नो
right.
समथिङ बट आई गेस यु क्यान लाइक एक्सप्लेन इट अझै
Uh,
मोर क्या होइन हाउ इट
I mean,
स्टार्टेड
Yeah,
Huh.
I think the recent days I didn't go public too much.
Yeah.
So I think publicly I have not disclosed my any entrepreneurial life too
I
much
guess
into the
I watched
public.
your TV show. I watched your TV show
Yeah,
Ali Agadi. Ali
like that one.
a
Yeah.
year ago, I guess.
Um, yeah, there was one TV
Oh
show. Yeah,
yeah.
but after that, I think the last
Mhm.
this was like 1.5 years, 1 year ago or something like that.
Uh-huh.
After that, I was not that public. एक तो
Yeah.
मैं TikTok में videos और डालते. That's it. है ना?
Yeah.
This was because of a
Mm.
certain reason.
Mhm.
The reason was, again, I told it in the starting of the video.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we have to go back
Mm.
and then work on ourselves to
Yeah.
sharpen our claws before
Mm.
we go out into the public.
Mm.
So I really felt this,
Mhm.
especially one of my interview went viral.
Mhm.
It went up to 4 million views,
Mhm.
smart media interview.
Uh-huh.
So I was, after getting this, there
Mhm.
was like in me, there was a need of fame at that time,
Mhm.
which got fulfilled in some sense.
Uh,
So I was like, okay, this
mhm.
does not mean nothing to me.
Mhm.
So I am seeking for something else.
Mhm.
So that's why I didn't go too much public. So again, coming back to the question of how my entrepreneurial things are going
Yeah.
on.
Mm.
Yeah. So actually, there are a lot of things going on,
Mhm.
and it started quite not non-entrepreneurially, I would say.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if you know Subodh Aryal. Do you know him?
Subodh,
Subodh
I
Aryal?
guess I've heard the name, but I didn't
Yeah.
remember exactly the person.
He is actually in the tech field in
Uh-huh.
Nepal.
Mhm.
हामी चाहिँ एकदम like active people थियौँ क्या त्यतिखेर.
Uh,
So, and
mhm.
I used to see him always in the groups talking and creating posts and things like that.
Mhm.
So I thought, okay, let me connect with him. And
Mhm.
त्यसपछि हामी connect गर्दै जाँदा we got into
Mhm.
a friendship.
Mhm.
So हामीले चाहिँ के सोच्यौँ भने like there is a need of this was like collaborative idea
Mhm.
to bring some site where people can come and discuss about tech in
Mhm.
Nepali community.
Mhm.
I think त्यतिखेर हाम्रो I don't remember the name. I think just comes to mind, but
Okay.
not to the tongue.
That is fine.
Pradip Dai, yeah, yeah. He had Tech Sanjal at that
Oh
time,
yes.
I remember. And I thought, okay, there's Tech Sanjal, so I also want to do something like
Uh-huh.
this.
Mhm.
So let me also do Tech Samas.
Mhm.
Um, I had different names for that, but
Mhm.
Tech Samas sounded more Nepali,
Uh-huh.
authentic, and
Mhm.
tech. So we started this,
Mhm.
and there was a good many active users also.
Mhm.
So everything was going good, and
Mhm.
now we are going slowly increasing with our age a little bit higher,
Uh-huh.
higher. We needed money
Uh-huh.
to
Mhm.
survive.
Mhm.
So I thought, okay, let's monetize this platform because we
Mhm.
had almost like 200, 300 active users daily,
Mhm.
which is a lot. You know?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I thought, okay, let me just try it out. अनि त्यसपछि एडहरूको लागि खोज्न जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ
Mhm.
आई थट टु ट्राई वर्ल्ड लिङ्क बिकज त्यतिखेर चाहिँ वर्ल्ड लिङ्कको
Mhm.
भर्खर भर्खर
Mhm.
मार्केटिङ सुरु भइरहेको थियो
Ah.
होइन
Mhm.
because people were using now
Mhm.
broadband connections.
Mhm.
त्यतिखेर चाहिँ like ADSL and things like it was going on. Now it
Uh-huh.
was coming up with this world things.
Mhm.
So they were heavily investing into marketing.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, let me just take this
Mhm.
opportunity. And for that, but I needed something. So
Mhm.
what I made was a screenshot of some Google
Mhm.
Analytics page,
Mhm.
was a basic screenshot of the sites,
Mhm.
and I just took this to my clear bag.
Mhm.
And मलाई अझै
Uh-huh.
याद छ त्यतिखेर मसँग लाइक सुट थिएन क्या लाइक बिकज आई डिन्ट ह्याभ टु
Uh,
युज सुट होइन
mhm.
सो माई ब्रदर ह्याड इट सो आई जस्ट स्टोल हेज स्टोल सुट होइन
Uh-huh.
अनि त्यसपछि इट वाज जस्ट इन द वार्डरोब सो आई जस्ट
Uh-huh.
टुक इट वाज ब्यागी यु क्यान
Mhm.
इमेजिन हाउ इट वाज
Mhm.
ब्रदर and 15 years ago, I think 14, 15 years ago thing
Mhm. Mhm.
so I thought, okay, let's just go like this,
Mhm.
and I just went formally
Uh-huh.
without any hesitation. I just went to the headquarter office of
Uh-huh.
World Link Jaulakelma छ.
Uh-huh.
So जाउलाखेलको हेडक्वार्टरमा गएँ
Mhm.
डिरेक्टली म रिसेप्सनिस्ट कहाँ गएर मैले के सोधेँ भने यहाँ मार्केटिङ डिरेक्टर को हुनुहुन्छ होला भनेर सोधेँ
Uh-huh.
I imagine त्यतिखेरको त्यो level of confidence होइन like
Wow.
14 years old kid has this.
Uh,
I can imagine.
mm.
I think
Mm.
it's really good. And I
Yeah.
think kids must try this to get out of the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I say kids because of that is, I mean, it's not
Mm-hmm.
really kids, but
Mm-hmm.
is just a number. Just
Uh-huh.
that 14, 15 years को
Mm-hmm.
मा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि हामीलाई
Mm-hmm.
चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने
Mm-hmm.
like we think that we are too young.
Uh-huh.
But what I would like to say is, you never know. After 5, 6, 7 years, you will
Mm-hmm.
already feel that you're too old,
Exactly.
which I
Only.
already feel now.
Yeah, same here.
But
Yeah.
then I think 29, 30
Mm-hmm.
years could die with even
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
they would just say, what the fuck this for word.
That is
But
right.
you can make to it.
Uh,
But they will think that what the heck this guy is talking. This is
mm-hmm.
just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with the age going up,
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
always have this sense that
Mm-hmm.
we are too old. So I
Yeah.
think when we are
Mm-hmm.
young, we have to utilize that time. So I
Yes.
went to there,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, त्यतिखेर बिजेस जी हुनुहुन्थ्यो बिजेस गरेर
Mm-hmm.
नामको
Mm-hmm.
एकजना
Mm-hmm.
पर्सन हुनुहुन्थ्यो सो then the receptionist made me contact with बिजेस so I called him and he was just in his cubic room and there was like a cubic room something like
Uh-huh.
that
Uh-huh.
cubicle and I just went there
Mm-hmm.
and त्यसपछि I simply said okay this is my proposal that's what we do we have this site we have
Mm-hmm.
active users
Mm-hmm.
and we want to take this to the next level and for that we need some monetization and ad revenue सिम्पली मैले त्यति भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ
Uh-huh.
उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्नु भने
Uh-huh.
एउटा एउटा चिज भन्नु लाइक
Uh-huh.
दिस
Mm-hmm.
उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्नु सो युआर वाट युर एज भन्नु फर्स्टमा एन्ड आई
Uh-huh.
सेड 14 you're
Wow.
14 and you're speaking like this, you should be in the school. Because my school नभइकन भएको
Uh-huh.
होइन अनि
Uh,
you should be in the school भन्नु क्या अनि
uh-huh.
त्यसपछि yeah but I want to run a business I want to make some money and I want to
Uh-huh.
do something on my own I want to be
Mm.
independent होइन
Wow.
त्यो एउटा लिएर चाहिँ
Uh-huh.
because of that thing
Mm.
he said to me okay just a minute I will meet you with someone so
Mm.
उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्यो भने make you meet with someone भन्नुभयो
Uh-huh.
त्यसपछि I waited for like 5-10 minutes over there
Mm.
and त्यसपछि suddenly like a big fat man comes हुन्छ नि like जाङ्गो
Uh-huh. Yeah.
not Python जाङ्गो but
Mm.
अलि जाङ्गो मान्छे
Uh-huh.
त्यसपछि he looks really like
Mm.
awesome होइन like त्यतिखेर
Uh-huh.
because I was 14 years old and I never saw such a person and I thought who is this guy and it was the CEO of World Inc.
Oh, wow.
um, and this was Dilip Orgolji.
Ah.
And this person, I don't know if he still remembers me or not. I'm that same 14 years old kid,
Ah.
but at the time he just meet me with other lady who was like some marketing something,
Uh-huh.
and I think we were able to score some small amount at that time, which
Mm.
was a success. Obviously, not as expected, but small amount
Mm.
and that was good. Now over there, he told me one thing that we have to register the company so that we
Uh-huh.
can get the money.
Mm.
He said, we can give you the things, but
Mm.
now we don't give it just like that because you have to
Uh-huh.
register it, go through the legal terms.
Uh-huh.
That was the starting of why I had to register it at the first.
Wow.
Otherwise, Texamas Web Private Limited would not be registered, I guess.
Mm.
So that was the starting journey, and after that,
Mm.
it's been always something coming up, some projects and things like it coming up.
Then, like, that means at the age of 14 or 15, you actually went to WordLink and they asked you for
Yeah,
company. And company चाहिँ त्यसमा कुन टाइममा चाहिँ register गर्यो? Like,
just after that.
ah,
So I was 15 years old.
yeah.
So after doing legal things, I then talked with the lawyer,
Ah,
and everything sorted. And obviously, in Nepal, we know we have to pay bribery and things like it.
yeah.
So anyways, everything sorted out, and finally it was registered on 2015. Sorry, 20. I don't remember 18 or something like that, or 19. It was more
Wow.
university thing at the time.
Ah.
So I
15
think
year
18.
company, eh? That is too good. Wow.
Thank you. And
Mm.
even त्यतिखेर पनि it was really hard to register it
Mm.
because I
Mm.
was 15 years old, not legally
Uh,
liable to register
mm.
it. So
Yeah.
I had to register it on in the name of my dad,
Mm.
and then once I turned 18, then I registered it back in my name. So it
Mm.
was that way around. So I
Ah.
think government always has to find a way to promote young entrepreneurs also,
Mm.
because I don't see this happening in any parts of the world. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I agree, because but there is provisions in USA or other countries कि उनीहरूको पेरेन्ट्सले चाहिँ हुन्छ
Mm.
नि उनीहरूको बिहाफमा साइन गर्नु मिल्छ है. So
Mm.
they can sign on behalf. So they are
Mm.
the company owners, but then the signatories are their
Mm.
parents. But Nepalमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो law नै छैन.
Mm.
They cannot be an owner below the age of 18, which
Mm.
is absurd for me. I don't know why this is not there. So that's how it
Yeah.
all started actually.
Mm. Wow.
Legally.
Mm. And त्यसपछि चाहिँ how it went you registered tech समाज अनि त्यसपछि you अब युट्युब अनि एज अ ट्रेनर अनि त्यसपछि बुक पब्लिस गर्नदेखिबाटको how was
Yeah,
that journey
everything.
क्या
Yeah.
त्यो so many you have done so many
Yeah.
things क्या है how
there's
all
there's
things went.
exactly what like there's a lot of
Mhm.
things happen.
Mhm.
But I think if we cut it to the short, it was, as I said, it was always about impact. No?
Mhm.
And so just after registering impact, Tech Samas,
Mhm.
I think we did International Yet Conference, which was the
Mhm.
conference
Huh.
on youth entrepreneurship and technology.
Mhm.
Here we saw people from 7 different countries or something like that,
Mhm.
speakers, panelists, and
Mhm.
100 plus participants,
Mhm.
things like it. It was a massive success. IME Group was also a sponsor, and
Ah.
IBM also supported that. So everything was all awesome. And after that,
Mhm.
IBM also
Mhm.
recognized me as an IBM champion
Ah,
of
yeah.
2019 batch, which is
Mhm.
also a big thing for me, because up
Mhm.
to now, also even in my visiting card, business card, I have
Mhm.
IBM up to now also, because
Mhm.
that's a big turn of life
Mm.
event for me.
Yeah.
And त्यसपछि चाहिँ
Mhm.
आई थिङ्क कन्फरेन्स पछि मेरो आइबिएमको भयो. त्यसपछि आई पब्लिस्ड माई पाइथन प्रोग्रामिङको बुक.
Mhm.
And there was also a good story
Ah.
behind how I published the book.
Wow. What is that? I'm so
uh,
excited to hear.
yeah,
Ah.
because
Mhm.
how I started writing the book
Mhm.
was 10 class was, you know
Ah.
how school curriculum
Mhm.
is, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
They want us to just study SLC को
Mhm.
attention हुन्छ नि त.
Mhm. Yeah.
So the same thing was there. There was a hall, big hall, and everybody was kept
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
sheeps,
Mhm.
ships,
Mhm.
भेडा जस्तो राखेको हुन्छ होइन. So they
Yeah.
were हुन्छ नि forced to
Mhm.
study
Mhm.
the curriculum.
Mhm.
But I was never into this boundaries के हुन्छ नि,
Mhm.
Arjun, like I never liked these boundaries,
Ah, yes.
and that's why I always wanted to get out of this. But
Mhm.
यदि मैले अब त्यहाँ यदि
Huh.
के हुन्छ नि अब if I did something ridiculous, then obviously I
Huh.
would get out of that class.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that also,
Yeah.
because my mom was the teacher, so I
Mhm.
didn't want to
Wow. Wow.
miss
Mhm.
repetition also.
Ah.
So that's why I had to be in the boundaries, but at least not
Mhm.
in the boundaries of others.
Mhm.
So त्यही भएर चाहिँ मैले के गर्थेँ भने एउटा
Mhm.
बुक र पेन,
Mhm.
सरी डायरी र
Ah.
पेन लिएँ. I still have that diary, I think, over there
Wow.
somewhere.
अहिलेसम्म 5 year
uh,
अगाडिको हो. 4-5
yeah,
year.
yeah. And I started writing all these things that I know about Python programming,
Mhm.
and it became a book somehow, like because I was writing into
Oh.
chapters and things like it, structured way, ma, and this was it became a book. So I thought, why not publish it?
Mhm. Mhm.
I think त्यतिखेर केडिपीमा अहिले त इजी छ केडिपीमा
Mhm.
पब्लिस गर्न बुक
Mhm.
होइन. त्यतिखेर गाह्रो थियो कि लाइक
Mhm.
कस्तो थियो भने
Mhm.
केडिपीमा अप्लाई गर्नु पर्थ्यो
Uh-huh.
किन्डल डेभलप के अरे
Oh.
सेल्फ
Mhm.
पब्लिसिङमा.
Mhm.
अनि अप्लाई गर्नु पर्थ्यो, त्यसपछि रिजेक्ट हुन्थ्यो क्या. सो
Mhm.
आई गट रिजेक्टेड मेनी टाइम्स बिकज अफ द
Mhm.
कन्टेन्ट, आई डोन्ट नो वाइ.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
अनि त्यसपछि हामीले रिअपिल गरेर
Mhm.
मल्टिपल टाइम्स रिअपिल गरेर बल्ल
Mhm.
हुन्थ्यो क्या त्यतिखेर. अहिले
Mhm.
इट्स सो सिम्पल द्याट वी क्यान जस्ट साइन अप एन्ड देन
Uh.
जस्ट डु इट.
Mm. Yeah.
But at that time there was restrictions.
Mhm.
But still, I tried it for
Mhm.
3 times, I think,
Mhm.
and the third time it was approved.
Mhm.
Changing गरेर लाइक फर्स्टमा
Mhm.
चाहिँ यत्तिकै ऱ्यान्डमली मैले लेखेको देखेको थिएँ. So obviously
Uh.
it was not possible.
Uh.
त्यसपछि I hired someone to write, make me the cover page and
Mhm.
structure this whole thing in a structured way.
Mhm.
And slowly, after the 3 trials, it was published.
Mhm.
And त्यसपछि हामीले up to now like 20,000 बुक्सको
Mhm.
कपिज सोल्ड गरेछौँ. I know.
20,000. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Even it's in Walmart of USA,
Ah,
Walmart
oh.
in different bookstores. Also, it's available. Nepalमा
Yes.
छैन, I don't know why.
I guess you need to
I
get
don't
some
know.
copies. I guess you need to get some copies here as
No, I
well.
tried. Yeah, even I tried it.
Ah,
It's my copy, isn't
ah,
it? Like I'm the author.
yeah.
But customs, they are like they are holding it.
Ah,
If I go again over there, it's still there,
ah,
but they won't release it because of
mm,
some legal terms, compliance issues. I
ah.
don't know why.
And also I guess
Um,
it was like
yeah.
best-selling book at Amazon, I guess, right?
Yeah, at that time, yes, it
Oh,
went into some rank in the
yeah.
best-selling rank. So obviously not the top, top seven,
Ah,
but it
ah.
was the best-selling in some rank.
Yes, like
Yeah,
wow, that
yeah.
means you're like अनि तिमीलाई लाइक त्यो बुक लेख्न चाहिँ लाइक कति टाइम चाहिँ लाग्यो होला हाउ मच टाइम डिड यु एक्चुअली स्पेन्ड राइटिङ द्याट बुक भनेपछि
I think मैले त्यो काउन्ट गरिनँ
अँ,
होइन like it was as I
yeah.
said it was हुन्छ नि 8 hours per day राख्थ्यो हामीलाई स्कुलमा
अँ,
so almost all of the time I was writing this book so um, हामीलाई चाहिँ बोर्डको लागि I think these things happened for 2 months
अँ,
and at the end of the board I think I finished it so I
wow.
think I would say something 2 months.
And at the same time you are also making videos नि like Python को tutorials and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
yeah
Massive
त्यो चाहिँ लाइक तिमीले बुक लेख्दै गर्दा कि लाइक अगाडि नै तिमीले बनाएको थियौ कि लाइक बुक while you are writing अनि also making videos or कसरी
I
चाहिँ you
think at
were
that time
doing
I was writing while making the videos.
अँ, wow.
But I think I used to do this like कस्तो थियो भने
अँ,
म ब्याच सुट गर्थेँ क्या लाइक पहिले लाइक 20 वटा जस्तो
अँ,
भिडियो सुट गर्ने
अँ,
त्यसपछि एडिटिङ गर्दै पोस्ट गर्ने गर्थेँ क्या पहिला
अँ,
अनि सो but I think that happened quite simultaneously
wow.
because what I wrote here I could just teach over there and what
अँ,
I teach over there I could just write over here so it was
yes.
like complementing each
त्यही
other.
त लाइक जे सिक्यो त्यो जे सिक्यो त्यो
Yes,
सिकायो एन्ड
yes,
कस्तो
exactly.
युटिलाइज भयो नि त टाइम पनि होइन
Even the first video that I made was on how to convert decimal into binary. Sorry, decimal into fraction into decimal values. And I made this video just after learning like decimal and fraction conversion in mathematics in fifth
वाउ
grade, I think. School बाट ठ्याक्क आएर बनाइदिइहालेँ
लाइक त्यसपछि
It's
तिमीले
quite fun.
फिफ्थ ग्रेडबाट यु स्टार्ट इन मेकिङ पाइथन भिडियोज यु मिन
No, no, it was math videos
Oh,
and
math
random
videos.
videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Python was I think it was eight, nine.
भनेपछि लाइक तिमीले एक्चुली प्रोग्रामिङ स्टार्ट गरेको चाहिँ क्लास 8
Seven,
यस्तैतिरबाटदेखिबाट
six photo exactly.
Oh, wow.
Six HTML photo I started. Then 7, 8. Python just सुरु गरेँ मैले 8 बाट. So
Wow, so
yeah.
nice है लाइक अहिले
Thank
चाहिँ
you.
वाट इज योर एज साँच्ची मैले आई फर्गेट टु आस्क यु अहिले
I'm 19. I'm
I'm
just 19.
19. Wow,
COVID
teenager
19.
still. Yeah. Wow. What a combination, COVID 19, right? Like,
So it's easier to remember for some months now.
like yeah, like
Without confusing.
if someone asks your name, like they are like surprised to hear your
Yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah.
I
But
guess they
it's
are.
like this.
Uh,
It was always so fun. As a
uh, uh-huh.
and over there, I met this one foreigner,
Mhm.
and this person. I'm a person these days
Mm.
who do not feel hesitate to speak with other people
Mm.
because I just want to get out of my comfort zone. If there is a
Huh.
chance, then I just speak with people
Wow.
because we never know.
Exactly.
So there were so many kids, and like
Mm.
I think all of them were foreigners.
Mm.
And so many kids, and this place I thought, what the heck is going on in this
Mm.
resort? So I thought there was an old man just walking by. He was
Mhm.
also foreigner, and
Mhm.
I said, okay, what's going on? Like, what's this all about? So
Mhm.
he told me what the program was all about,
Mhm.
and then he asked me. He was quite an optimistic guy, so he asked me, "Oh, what do you do, and what's your name?"
Mhm.
I said, "Kovid. It's Kovid 15." That's my typical,
Yeah, exactly.
introduction
Uh-huh.
module. It's Kovid with K.
Uh-huh.
It's easier for people to remember.
Mhm.
So these days it's quite humorous as well as easy for people to remember, which is
Yeah.
a competitive test for me.
Yeah.
So once people see my name and then they don't forget it.
Yeah.
But when it got into it,
Uh-huh.
so when Corona just came,
Mm.
COVID-19 just came, COVID-19
Wow.
it was hard to me
Uh-huh.
because there were, posts and things like
Yeah.
against, not against, but like, flooding that
Mhm.
about my name and then Corona and things like, the
Yeah.
virus and like
I
that.
think,
Like those
yeah.
associations.
Mhm.
Even in TikToks, I could see such associations with the
Uh-huh.
name.
Uh-huh.
But I knew at that time already this will go by, time,
Mhm.
because that's the fundamental rule of psychology, that
Yeah.
there is, even in economics, we learn this, the total marginal utility, we call it.
Mm.
So it's like that with the time, the marginal utility of anything
Mm.
decreases. That means हुन्छ नि आज मन परेको चिज आज भनिएको चिज
Mm.
त्यो with time it goes down. So
Mhm. Yeah.
unless that goes into your heart or something,
Mm.
then
Yeah.
there's a chance that it'll go
Mm.
down. So
Mm.
that I knew it from
Mm.
the scientific view also.
Huh.
So I was okay with it, and now it's quite easy and competitive edge for me to
Yeah.
make connections.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
so it sounds
yeah,
interesting, like,
yeah.
and like, regarding YouTube, I guess you haven't uploaded videos from also long.
Yeah,
Like, what is the reason?
many people are saying that, so I'm
Yeah.
rethinking my decision now.
Uh, like,
It's because like this,
mm,
Arjun, like
uh,
when we are like into developing a company,
uh,
then like many things go into the play, right? So we have
uh,
to manage different things,
uh,
and always it's hard to manage, juggle different balls at the same time.
mm,
So I'm just trying to prioritize what's important for me right now. And
exactly.
I think brand building is more important for me than
Mm,
just a few, videos for now.
mm,
Obviously, I think
mm,
I plan to
mm,
come back and
mm,
share my knowledge with other people
mm,
through YouTube videos,
mm,
and because I really feel that YouTube is really good platform,
mm,
because it's open speech. We can speak whatever we want, तर पनि कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भने if we give time over here, then over
mm.
there goes down,
Yeah,
and if we
exactly.
go give over
Mm,
there, then here goes down.
mm,
So it's always choosing between which is the right priority for us,
yes.
I mean, I felt at this
Mm,
moment of my life,
mm,
building a brand was a priority for me. So
mm,
right now we are inside Impact. Yes, we are developing, concepts
mm,
and
mm.
modules for our
Ah,
corporate training things,
wow.
and always we are packed with these things,
Mm,
and there's no time for that.
mm,
So, but I'm thinking now, हुन्छ नि जहाँ मैले इम्प्याक्ट यसमा हुन्छ नि काम,
mm,
यो कम्पनीलाई अगाडि बढाउँदाको
mm,
journey and I learned.
mm,
I'm thinking to put this on to
mm.
like some kind of video
Yeah.
series,
Yeah.
something like that. So
Mhm. And like, there is like अर्को एउटा सिचुएसन हुन्छ नि, like, you are like 19 year होइन, अनि the
yeah.
companies with whom you are working, they are like एकदमै big होइन,
Mhm.
like, how do you
Mhm.
actually हुन्छ नि, to make them trust you क्या, like this is a challenge नि त,
Yeah.
किनकि अब हामी जस्तो अब अलिक कम एज भएको मान्छेलाई यो च्यालेन्ज
Yeah.
हुन्छ नि क्या होइन.
Yes,
सो
yes, yes.
लाइक हाउ डु
I
यु डु
can,
दिस क्या, यो चाहिँ
I
मलाई
can, I
अमेजिङ
can very
लाग्छ.
much relate to this,
अँ,
Arjun, like because I can really feel it, because it happened to me many times.
यस आई क्यान अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड द्याट.
किनभने कस्तो थियो भने actually I started my teaching journey when I was like training, when I was 13 years old, and 13 years old, I think I was teaching some HTML, CSS, or something like
Ah.
that already then. US ko, I still remember his name. I don't want to disclose his name. He was from Sri Lanka, immigrated to USA.
I think
He
I know, I think you have shared on your stories sometime
okay.
ago.
Did
I
I?
guess.
Yeah, something like that.
I forgot
Yes.
name, but yeah, I've seen.
Yeah. He was a good person, no?
Huh.
But at that time, obviously, it's hard for people to trust. It's 13 years old kid,
Uh-huh.
and giving even at that time, I was just charging $5 per hour.
Uh-huh.
Even giving that is a big deal for them, because how can we trust that $5 doesn't go to the wrong hand, right?
Mm.
And it was always about building this, first building blocks
Uh-huh.
to make them trust. So I was always willing to work for them for free also at that time. Like I was really willing to work for free at that time. But I think right now, how I would look at it, what happened credibility skills, and because we pay taxes, we file taxes,
Yeah.
so there's no chance we'll run away with
Uh-huh.
the US company.
Mhm.
And I think that is one way to build the credibility for me. That was one way.
Ah,
And second thing was my social media presence also, because I
yeah.
was creating content and
Uh-huh.
things like it. So
Mm-hmm.
even like nowadays people
Mm-hmm.
come like even the foreigners
Mm-hmm.
who come to get some trainings, they say, oh, your Instagram is so well professionally structured, or your social medias are quite well structured, because uh, people don't pay attention that much to structure it. So if they see someone's structured page, then they find it professional, right?
Mm-hmm.
So त्यसको credibility बढ्दो रहेछ कि एउटा एउटा सानसानो पिसले हुन्छ नि, त्यो
Uh-huh.
trust is not the one absolute thing, eh? It's a
Yes.
relative thing, like small small
Yeah,
things को लागि
exactly.
होइन.
यसमा आई
So
गेस होइन
it's like
या
yeah,
आई
sorry.
गेस यसमा लाइक यसको लाइक टप हुन्छ नि लाइक कम्पनीजले चाहिँ ट्रस्ट गर्न को लागि चाहिँ हुन्छ नि बिकज आई थिङ्क हुन्छ नि वान अफ द की थिङ वाज रेजिस्टरिङ अ कम्पनी क्या बिकज
Yeah,
यु आर रिप्रेजेन्टिङ यर सेल्फ एज अ कम्पनी नि त
yeah,
सो आई गेस द्याट
exactly,
वाज द
exactly,
प्लस पोइन्ट
right.
फर यु
That was the main point why we
या
we started this impact. Yes,
या
किनभने कस्तो भने I was building personal brand, you know, त्यतिखेर with this YouTube videos and things like it. It's my personal brand, you know.
या
Yes, that's also important because the personal face पनि चाहिन्छ मान्छेको, because if the company goes down, then we need something to back us up, right?
या
So always त्यो दुइटै साइडमा थिङ्क गर्नुपर्छ. तर for example, I'll just give you an easy example. Let's say a company of in even in Nepal नै पनि, if there is a company versus if there is a man. Company, what comes to your mind? There is a team behind. There is a whole support system behind, right?
या
Person, there is just maybe family members, few friends here and there. That's it. So त्यो हेर्ने दृष्टिकोण नै बदलिन्छ क्या. I mean, it's true पनि कि when you have company, you cannot just take it alone. Like website बनाउनु पर्यो, we need IT team.
या
Then marketing गर्नु पर्यो, we need sales team. So it always gets bigger and bigger and bigger when you have company. तर if you are doing alone, then you just hire some freelancers here, freelancers over there. Just do it gimmicks and tricks मात्र हुन्छ क्या. So company चाहिँ development हुन्छ क्या. So that's how I look at it. होइन. I'm not saying anything against personal brands, but it's just that हुन्छ नि, if you represent it with company, it's much more credible than just one person.
या
I mean, especially we are a group we started this with I started this with my co-founder. He's from Germany, Kim, and he's like a mentor to me also. And 50-50 ownership मा हामीले खोल्यौँ. अनि so like दुईटा co-founder, त्यो एउटा co-founder नि चाहिँदो रहेछ क्या टिममा. I learned this also from Tech Samaj किनभने सुबोध थियो त्यतिखेर. So I always learned that it's एउटा मात्र रियामबाट सोचेर हुँदैन क्या. हुन्छ नि, we already need some other feedbacks to then check us and
yes
balance up.
yeah to validate
Make
us
us feel,
yeah
exactly. So it's like check and balance thing.
yeah
So yeah. So that's why co-founder is really important in while building a
yeah
brand.
okay so like impact मा चाहिँ you are actually helping हुन्छ नि like companies build their brand होइन like
Yes.
okay like let's say होइन like I have started a company so त्यो कम्पनीको चाहिँ लेट्स सी आई वान्ट टु हुन्छ नि मेक इट बिगर आई वान्ट टु क्रिएट अ ब्रान्ड होइन एउटा काइन्ड अफ भ्यालु क्रिएट गर्नु मन छ भने चाहिँ लाइक फर मी वाट क्यान बी द स्टेप बाई स्टेप स्ट्राटेजिज द्याट आई क्यान एक्चुली युज अर फलो क्या लाइक इफ anyone is
Yeah.
starting a company so for them what can be the step by step tips for them
Yes.
yeah
I think what we are doing here is right now अहिले चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने हाम्रो अहिले वेबसाइट पनि छ lemseminar.com भनेर. So what we are doing is we are focusing on lem means leadership, entrepreneurship and marketing. So we are focusing on these three dimensions of an organization because यो तिनवटा dimension भनेको these are proven to make or break the organization. कि त यसले make गर्छ कि त break गर्छ. That's it. There's no going here and there. There's no in between. If the leadership is good, if the entrepreneurship is good, if the marketing is good, your organization will thrive. Otherwise, it will go down in the market, right? So त्यही भएर चाहिँ हामीले we started this LEM seminar and अहिले चाहिँ हामी focus hospitality र 5-star hotelsहरूको इन्डस्ट्रीमा गइरहेको छौँ. It is like our beachhead market, but still we are still not like closing our head. It's just that our specialize in hotel industry because hotel industry मा चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने अरू इन्डस्ट्रीमा चाहिँ it's always about हुन्छ नि employee and हुन्छ नि hierarchy छ क्या. like employee, employer. So
Mhm.
we train the employer and
Huh.
impact goes to the employee.
Mhm.
But if we go in the hotel or hospitality industry,
Mhm.
you चाहिँ impact अलि massive scale मा छ क्या, like
Mhm.
you train one hotel executive, त्यो ट्रेनिङको impact goes even to the hotel guests के,
Mhm.
होइन,
Mhm.
गेस्टहरूमा पनि हुन्छ कि, किनभने they just transfer it.
Mhm.
So it's like a home नि त, home
Mhm.
for the guests
Uh-huh.
नि त, so uh, they just transfer it. So इम्प्याक्टको लेभलमा चाहिँ अलिकति बढी भएको भएर र
Mhm.
मार्केट एक्विजिसनको उमा चाहिँ अलि राम्रो भएको भएर चाहिँ we
Mhm.
started on hotel industries, होइन.
Mhm.
So we are focusing on hotel industry specifically.
Mhm.
But again, like as I said, we have 7 different tiers of the
Uh-huh.
target groups
Mhm.
whom we train. But right now we are focusing on the executive level.
Mhm.
So only the C level, of an organization.
Uh-huh.
So I'm let's say even employee training पनि
Mhm.
दिँदैनौँ क्या.
Mhm.
So we are known for like executive training. So executiveहरूलाई मात्रै दिने हो कि training.
Mhm.
Obviously, if executive now needs employee training, then that's a different story, होइन.
Uh-huh.
किनभने एक्जिक्युटिभलाई ट्रेन गरेर अनि उसको चाहिँ हुन्छ नि
Mhm.
एउटा क्यारेक्टर्स चाहिँ उसको इम्प्लोइमा जानुपर्छ भने त्यसको द्याट्स अ डिफ्रेन्ट थिङ, इट्स लाइक अ
Mhm.
स्याडोइङ
Mhm.
मोड्युल, होइन. तर हामी वी आर फोकसिङ अन एक्जिक्युटिभ ट्रेनिङ, होइन,
Mhm.
especially in the hotel sector.
Uh,
But now, if we talk about
mhm.
new entrepreneurs and startup owners,
Mhm.
that's a totally different target market.
Uh-huh.
हाम्रो 7
Uh-huh.
different target marketमा चाहिँ it is there,
Mhm.
होइन.
Mhm.
तर not currently in the focus.
Mhm.
किनभने we always believe in
Mhm.
स्टिभ जब्सको यो एउटा कोटमा चाहिँ एकदम
Uh-huh.
I believe कि it's over there also.
Uh-huh.
Um, don't settle for less than any excellence. So
Uh-huh. Wow.
एउटा चिजमा एक्सिलेन्स नभइकन we don't settle over there के.
Mhm.
So we don't go now into shiny object syndrome, होइन.
Uh-huh.
So यताबाट गिग आयो, यताबाट फ्रिलान्स ट्रेनिङको गिग आयो, यता
Mhm.
गयो. We are
Mhm.
not a freelance trainer, we
Mhm.
are a corporate trainer, होइन.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
we have to go it that way. So we have to fix the
Mm.
market and go with this market. So
Yeah.
that's why we are not taking anyone, but the market that we think is the
Mhm.
best for now.
Mhm.
Tara, how we think about going into the startup venture, I mean
Mhm.
startup training,
Mhm.
it's more onto the mass scale. Like
Mhm.
हामी चाहिँ कम्पनीजहरूमा गएर ट्रेनिङ
Mhm.
दिन्छौँ नि त, होइन,
Mhm.
एक्जिक्युटिभहरू.
Mhm.
So now what we are thinking for the startup owners is to bring them in. So
Mhm.
different startupहरूलाई चाहिँ ल्याएर चाहिँ we train them over there,
Mhm.
होइन. तर यसको लागि चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट अप्रोच हुन्छ क्या. नाउ
Mhm.
अगेन टकिङ अबाउट लेम सेमिनार.
Uh-huh.
सो लेम सेमिनारमा हाम्रो होटेलमा चाहिँ
Mhm.
लेमको एउटा पर्सेन्ट सेयरलाई हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ कस्तो
Mhm.
हुन्छ भने
Mhm.
लाइक तपाईँको 33 हुनुपर्ने इक्वल हुँदाखेरि,
Uh-huh.
होइन,
Uh-huh.
लाइक लेममा लिडरसिप अन्टरप्रिनरसिप मार्केटिङ.
Mhm.
सो कस्तो भइदिनु भने
Mhm.
लाइक यो लिडरसिप र अन्टरप्रिनरसिपले बढी लिन्छ,
Mhm.
होइन, सरी, लिडरसिप र मार्केटिङले बढी लिन्छ
Mhm.
होटेलमा चाहिँ,
Mhm.
अन्टरप्रिनरसिपले कम लिन्छ कि,
Mhm.
हुन्छ नि. त्यो बार चार्ट चाहिँ गोज लाइक 2 इज हायर एन्ड
Mhm.
द मिडल इज स्मलर. सो त्यस्तो हुन्छ.
Mhm.
तर हामी यदि स्टार्टअप ओनर्सहरूमा आयौँ भने अन्टरप्रिनरसिप इज हायर, लिडरसिप इज हायर,
Uh-huh.
अनि मार्केटिङ इज लेस चाहिन्छ क्या.
Mhm.
किनभने स्टार्टअपमा मार्केटिङ धेरै चाहिँदैन क्या. They need
Mhm.
good leadership skills
Mhm.
to lead the team properly,
Mhm.
to motivate the team long term, and entrepreneurship skills चाहिन्छ to innovate always something new,
Mhm.
होइन.
Yeah.
So त्यही भएर it is a different ratio share क्या हुन्छ नि
Mhm.
यो different modules-हरुमा चाहिँ. So that's why we're not focusing, हुन्छ नि, we're not diversing into different things,
Mhm.
but we're focusing on the hotel sector for now.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
things are cooking up, so soon.
Okay, so right now you are like serving inside Nepal and foreigners as well, right? Like you have your
I'm
partner
working
from
with
Germany as
foreigners.
well, so like you are,
Yeah.
we are like operating in multiple countries at the moment,
Yes,
or.
yes,
Mm.
yes. So Nepal is just why we are in Nepal is
Uh-huh.
to do research and development.
Mm-hmm.
So कस्तो हुन्छ भने कुनै मार्केटलाई स्टडी
Mm-hmm.
गर्नलाई रिसर्च एन्ड
Mm-hmm.
डेभलपमेन्ट चाहिन्छ नि त.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Nepal and India is the
Mm-hmm.
market for us to
Mm-hmm.
research and develop.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to India, traveled a lot of places in India.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
इन्डियाकै मान्छेहरूले भने क्या मलाई, हुन्छ
Mm-hmm.
नि, ओ यु ट्राभल मोर देन मी, आई हेभ ट्राभल इन्डिया.
Wow.
We went to
Mm-hmm.
Indore, Jaipur, Chandigarh, Delhi, whatnot.
Uh-huh.
To understand the market a little bit, हुन्छ नि,
Mm-hmm.
त्यो किनभने research and development is really crucial in हुन्छ
Mm-hmm.
नि developing a brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So अहिले चाहिँ यो साउथ एसियन मार्केट भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो
Mm-hmm.
लागि रिसर्च एन्ड डेभलपमेन्टको
Mm-hmm.
एरिया हो. किनभने market is good to research and develop this one, but not really good to expand in scale. I personally, I'm not saying to anyone else, but for my field and what I do personally, specifically in my personal area, I don't feel this as a comfortable market for me. So that's why I'm losing my target market is international. So we serve international clients. So yeah.
Wow. Like you guys are doing like so good होइन लाइक लाइक
Just small things
तिमीलाई
that
तिमीलाई त धेरै तारिफ सुन्दा नि कस्तो झ्याउ लागिसक्यो होला है आई मिन होइन क्या लाइक
uh,
यु अलवेज गेट एप्रिसिएटेड नि त यति एजमा डुइङ दिस
uh,
द्याट भनेर होइन लाइक इभन आई युज टु
no,
गेट एप्रिसिएटेड पहिला होइन मलाई त एकदमै हुन्छ नि कति सुन्नु जस्तो हुन्थ्यो क्या तिमीलाई नि त्यस्तो हुन्छ होला है
yeah.
लाइक
Yeah, I think I always say this, like because मैले चाहिँ के realize गरेँ भने आफ्नो लाइफमा होइन like there was space for me to be arrogant of my things that I have, and there was a certain phase of my life where I was like totally full of myself, and then but at this point when I look back, and then nothing made
एक्ज्याक्टली
any tangible all the arrogance that I had and all the things didn't have any tangible effect on my life. Okay? So I thought I have really found the power of staying on the ground, humble, bosni, and low-key bosni. I have really found this really useful. Okay? I mean, I've seen many successful people. I've met like Nepal पनि. I've seen if the person is successful, they don't show it.
या
If the person is not successful, they try to show it. So
यस
that's what
एक्ज्याक्टली
I mean. There are some instances where you have to show it. Yes, I agree, but not too much. There is like a subtle line, I think. And I think that's why usually when I get appreciation, I always try to keep my ego down and say, yes, I have done something, yes, maybe, but it's not yet the thing that I want to do, and not yet the thing that I really want to accomplish, right? Maybe I have climbed some stairs, yes, but there are a lot of stairs to climb, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we have all climbed, and every one of us has climbed some steps, and
Yeah.
some are higher, some are lower. I think you are in higher steps than me in some stairs, and that is always like relative. I would say success is always relative.
Yeah,
I would say.
like we have like thousands of steps to climb and we are in just 10 or 15 steps, so like
I would say one.
एक्ज्याक्टली सो अनि मलाई चाहिँ होइन रिगार्डिङ अघि भन्यौ नि तिमीले मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्छ भन्दा लाइक वेन वी गेट हुन्छ नि सो मच एप्रिसिएसन होइन एप्रिसिएसन अर यस्तो वेन वी रिसिभ टु मच होइन मलाई चाहिँ कति कति हुन्छ नि इट इज एक्चुअली हुन्छ नि डिस्ट्र्याक्टिङ अस जस्तो चाहिँ फिल हुन्छ क्या मलाई चाहिँ त्यही भएर होइन लाइक मैले पनि आई युज टु रिसिभ होइन म चाहिँ वाट आई युज टु से भन्दा इफ यु वान्ट टु हुन्छ नि एप्रिसिएट मी प्लिज डोन्ट एप्रिसिएट इट इन फ्रन्ट अफ मी भन्थेँ क्या म आई डोन्ट वान्ट टु हियर मलाई सुन्नै मन लाग्दैन क्या बिकज इट इज समथिङ द्याट हुन्छ नि एक किसिमको लागि खुसी बनाउँछ एन्ड बिङ ह्याप्पी फर हु आई एम इज ब्याड फर मी क्या इट डिमोटिभेट्स मी भन्दा नि हुन्छ नि इट डिस्करेज मी टु हुन्छ नि एक्सप्लोर मोर होइन आई एम अलरेडी गुड आई निड टु बी मोर गुड जस्तो पनि हुने रहेछ है वाट आई हेभ सिन होइन त्यही भएर चाहिँ
आई थिङ्क साइकोलोजीमा पनि एउटा कन्सेप्ट छ क्या यसको complacency complex भन्छ होइन so basically what this says is like the theory says that there is a phase in life, in any phase of life, there's a like a slow graph going up, and there is a stagnation point, and which is called as complacency complex. And यो पोइन्टमा गएपछि चाहिँ यसबाट चाहिँ ग्रोथ अगाडि बढ्दै बढ्दैन कि अनि त्यसपछि स्टार्ट हुन्छ भ्याली अफ डिस्पेयर भन्छ कि यो जुन फल डाउन हुन्छ यसलाई चाहिँ भ्याली अफ डिस्पेयर भन्छन् कि साइकोलोजिस्टहरूले. अनि आई फाउन्ड दिस रियली ट्रु इन माई लाइफ पनि होइन. यदि we get into this complacency complex, we get into this valley of despair. But if we can somehow overcome this complacency complex, we will go ahead with our journey. त्यो चाहिँ मैले एकदम रियलाइज गरेको चिज, एन्ड आई हेभ फाउन्ड दिस रियली एप्लिकेबल इन माई लाइफ अल्सो.
या सो नि कस्तो लाइक कस्तो राम्रो कुरा भन्यौ तिमीले. त्यस्तै त्यही हो नि लाइक अब हामी लाइक वी आर इन सम फेज देन हुन्छ नि हामीले चाहिँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ म चाहिँ अहिले के गर्छु भन्दा लाइक आई नेभर टक अबाउट मी होइन इभन इफ आई एम डुइङ गुड आई डोन्ट टक अबाउट
Yeah.
यो
Yeah.
दिस इज नथिङ वाट हेभ डन इज नथिङ सो मेनी थिङ्स
Yeah.
टु डु
Yeah.
आई एम इन जेरो
Yeah.
जेरो लेभल क्या जस्तै अब म आई हेभ डन समथिङ होइन म यहाँ पुग्यो भने आई जस्ट फिल लाइक म यहाँ छु अनि आई हेभ टु क्लाइम्ब अप
Yeah.
क्या होइन लाइक आई
Yeah.
फिल
Yeah.
इन
Yeah.
द्याट वे क्या अहिले चाहिँ सो त्यसबाट चाहिँ
That's
इट इज
true.
एक्चुली इम्प्रुभिङ मी अल्सो क्या आइएम
Yeah.
डुइङ नथिङ मभन्दा थाउजन्ड अफ होइन टेन्स अफ थाउजन्ड अफ टाइम्स बेटर गर्ने मान्छे हुनुहुन्छ होइन अलरेडी
Exactly.
आई जस्ट लुक
Exactly.
देम होइन अनि आई फलो देम क्या
Yeah.
आइएम नथिङ म
Right.
केही नै
Right.
होइन आइएम जस्ट
Yeah.
सिम्पल पर्सन हेभ डन नथिङ फर
Absolutely.
अदर्स
Absolutely.
मेबी समथिङ होइन बट फर मी नथिङ
Yeah.
क्या सो आई
Right.
जस्ट
Right. Right.
टेक इट इन द्याट वे अनि यसबाट चाहिँ इट हेज एक्चुली
Absolutely.
हेल्प मी क्या हुन्छ
I
नि
think
टु
what you think is really good because it does not boost your ego,
या
and
एक्ज्याक्टली
if it doesn't boost our ego, then we can grow. Otherwise,
एक्ज्याक्टली
well, it's in that.
या सो ओके कमिङ ब्याक टु माई क्वेसन होइन लाइक ब्रान्डिङ एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ को तिमीलाई एकदमै नलेज छ नि त होइन लेट्स चाहिँ होइन मैले अघि पनि भनेको थिएँ वी टर्न इट अदर वे सो लाइक लेट्स चाहिँ होइन I have my friend, and actually this is like real question, and I have my friend. They are
Really.
actually starting out their like e-commerce brand, like selling their like clothes and things like that.
Mhm, mhm,
So for them,
mhm.
like let's say if they want to like establish a brand, okay, so
Yeah.
for them like what can be the strategies so that they can actually establish their brand and also हुन्छ नि like they can do like brand promotion or like they can
Yeah.
create a value in market क्या like what
Mhm,
they
mhm.
can do.
I think the first thing is
Mhm.
अर्जुन लाइक हामीले चाहिँ पहिला बुझ्नुपर्छ होइन
Mhm.
लाइक वाट इज वर्किङ राइट नाउ इन द मार्केट लाइक चाहिँ
Yeah.
हामीले क्वेसन गर्न सक्नुपर्छ क्या
Uh-huh.
हुन्छ नि किनभने द्याट्स हाउ इनोभेटिभ आइडिया गेट्स बर्थ होइन
Yeah.
सो हामी अरूले जे
Mhm.
गर्दैछौँ त्यही गर्न भिडमा लाग्यो भने द्याट डज
Mhm.
नट वर्क
Yes.
Ma, I always say that market is always saturated. Okay?
Mhm.
Everything that we do, as a go market मा त होइन
Mhm.
except if it's even now AI पनि म
Uh-huh.
अस्तिसम्म
हो
2
नि.
महिना अगाडिसम्म म AI भन्थेँ होइन
Uh-huh.
now AI is also saturated के market
हो
हुन्छ
नि.
नि
Yeah.
अब now blockchain is little bit unsaturated अब blockchain नै हुन्छ क्या
Uh-huh.
so that's always coming up something will come and saturate the
Oh,
whole market
yeah.
होइन so especially in the e-com industry I think 2017-18 मा it was good
Mhm.
but now it's quite saturated.
Yeah.
So I think हामीले चाहिँ लाइक मार्केटमा के चलिरहेछ त्यसलाई चाहिँ अगेन्स्टमा गएर सोच्न सक्नुपर्छ पहिला होइन
Yeah.
सो वी क्रिएट सम काइन्ड अफ कम्पिटेटिभ एज
Oh,
हुन्छ
yes.
नि ब्लू ओसन स्ट्राटेजी भन्छ नि
Mhm.
सो वी हेभ टु फर्स्टली क्रिएट द्याट के
Mhm.
वारेन बफेटले भन्थ्यो क्या लाइक मोट भनेर
Uh-huh.
इकोनोमिक मोट भनेर
Uh-huh.
सो
Uh-huh.
इट्स लाइक द क्यासलमा चाहिँ बाहिरपट्टि त्यो पानीले
Uh-huh.
भेट्थ्यो कि पहिला मान्छेले
Mhm.
किङ्स why do they do this is because enemy cannot enter their fortress के
Mhm.
सो हाम्रो चाहिँ मोड के हो त हाम्रो चाहिँ इकोनोमिक मोड के हो त भने चाहिँ फर्स्टमा आई थिङ्क बिफोर बिल्डिङ द्याट ब्रान्ड यु हेभ टु थिङ्क द्याट टु find some edge and
Yeah.
what separates you from the
लाइक
market.
आई अल्सो थिङ्क द्याट हुन्छ नि एउटा केही न केही डिफ्रेन्सिएटिङ फ्याक्टर त हुनैपर्छ क्या टु एक्चुली हुन्छ नि अरूभन्दा छुट्टिनको लागि क्या बिकज थाउजन्ड अफ पिपल आर डुइङ इट होइन त्यहाँबाट
Yeah,
यु हेभ टु बी सेपरेटेड नि त होइन अब
absolutely,
के को लागि चाहिँ
absolutely.
यु हेभ टु बी नोन होइन त्यो चिज यु
Yeah.
हेभ टु एट फर्स्ट थिङ जस्तै लाग्छ क्या मलाई नि
And
कि
I think
डिफ्रेन्सिएटिङ
we
फ्याक्टर
cannot
त
play
हुनैपर्छ
always with the cost. के
अहँ,
I've seen a lot of people हुन्छ नि
अहँ,
e-com industryमा
अहँ,
e-com spaceमा मेरो धेरै साथीहरू छन् क्या
अहँ,
who are selling their things
Mhm.
drop shipping भन्छन्
अहँ,
I also did drop shipping back
अहँ,
in the days होइन
mhm,
a little bit not that much but
अहँ,
just to get some knowledge होइन what I understand is like के अरे कस्टमा खेल्न खोज्छ क्या मान्छेले
mhm, mhm.
इकम इन्डस्ट्रीमा चाहिँ कस्टमा खेल्न खोज्छ होइन
Yeah.
which is really fucking bad क्या
Mhm.
sorry if I use this word quite a
That's
lot because it's
okay.
like a normal talk to me
Uh-huh.
so I feel that this
Mhm.
हुन्छ नि cost differentiation
Mhm.
हो cost differentiation र
Mhm.
एउटा product differentiation भन्ने हुन्छ दुईटा पार्ट हुन्छ होइन
Mhm.
but you cannot always play with the cost होइन
Uh-huh.
कति चाहिँ चिप बनाउँछ if you can make it cheaper then any other guy will come and make it cheaper than you
Only
होइन
yes, exactly.
you will have another strategy to make it cheaper than you
Mhm.
so I think firstly त्यो
Mhm.
ब्रान्डलाई चाहिँ what stands it out
Mhm.
blue ocean strategy figure out गर्नु चाहिँ एकदम
Uh-huh.
इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ
Yeah.
अनि I think second thing I would say which is important in brand building is not treating brand as a brand के
Mhm.
हुन्छ नि मान्छेले चाहिँ कसरी ट्रिट I've seen हुन्छ नि startup owners I'm not saying startup owners like college students let's say who are trying to do something they're not treating it as a business.
Mm.
I was not treating हुन्छ नि मेरै कम्पनीमा पनि like when I
Mm.
started out, I realized this in my company पनि कि I myself was not too much within
Mm.
treating it as a business,
Mhm.
and people think that business means to be busy. हामीलाई चाहिँ अकाउन्टमा क्या
Yeah.
which is a
This is
misconception होइन अकाउन्टमा के भनेर
Mm.
पढाउनुहुन्थ्यो भने
Mm.
in my school. I
Uh,
still remember
mm.
business is means to be it's like a business हुन्छ नि
Mhm.
बिजनेसबाट
Business,
बिजनेस
yeah.
आयो भनेर that's how they
Wow.
used to teach us okay? And
Wow.
that's how I think
Uh-huh.
inside the brain of the people it's like ingrained in it,
Mm.
because if one teacher does it then I think he also got it from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's in the curriculum
Mm.
itself inside that हुन्छ नि school system itself कि हामीलाई चाहिँ कसरी सिकाइन्छ भने त business means to be busy. So if
Mm.
you're busy in something that means you're doing business. It's not
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe you're making some incomes, you're doing some side hustle, but not really business. I think I look at it business in such a way that business भनेको चाहिँ ever growing हुन्छ कि ever developing.
Mm. Yeah.
Let's take मेरै कम्पनीको एक्जाम्पल
Uh-huh.
इम्प्याक्ट यसको र एउटा फ्रिलान्स ट्रेनरको एक्जाम्पल
Mhm.
होइन
Mhm.
फ्रिलान्स ट्रेनर is not a business.
Mhm.
Freelance training is not business. I
Mhm.
mean, could be a business, but not a brand. Let's say,
Mm.
Impact Yes is a brand. Why? Freelance trainers
Mm.
जहिले gig आयो तहिले जान्छन् काम सकाउँछन् then they go back laid back make some
Mm.
vacation out
Mm.
of the money and then
Mm.
chill out, right?
Uh-huh.
That's it. Impact यसमा के हुन्छ we do the training, we
Mm.
have evaluations, and त्यो इभ्यालुएसन्समा बसेर हामी फर्दर रिसर्च गर्छौँ कि सो हामी चाहिँ एसेसमेन्ट्सहरू गर्छौँ होइन
Mm.
सो पार्टिसिपेन्ट्समा चाहिँ असेसमेन्ट्सहरू दिन्छौँ हामी सो कल्चरल भ्याल्युजहरू के छ त ह्युमन भ्याल्युजहरू के छ लिडरसिप भ्याल्युजहरू के छ सो यो सबै एसेसमेन्टहरू गर्छौँ हो त्यो एसेसमेन्ट गरेको त्यो जुन डेटा हुन्छ नि हामीसँग
Mm.
सो म्यारियटको इम्प्लोइजहरू चाहिँ यस्तो खालको छ
Mm.
हुन्छ नि त्यो
Mm.
डेटा त वी डोन्ट डिस्क्लोज दिस डेटा टु एनी वान बट
Ah.
फर इन्टरनल पर्पजेस वी नो ओके म्यारियटमा काम गर्ने एउटा बाहुन चाहिँ इफ इज अ बाहुन थर भएको मान्छे
Uh-huh.
हाउ डज हि रियाक्ट वाट इज हिज भ्याल्युज अलाइन्ड
Mm.
so यदि छेत्री छ भने हाउ इज इट अलाइन्ड द भ्याल्युज
Ah.
हुन्छ यो अब नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा बस्यौँ होइन हामी
Mm.
अब इन्टरनेसनल मार्केटमा
Mm.
जाँदाखेरि वाट काइन्ड अफ कल्चरल भ्याल्यू डज यु होल्ड इज ए
Mm.
सेल्फ ओरिएन्टेड ग्रुप
Uh-huh.
ओरिएन्टेड हुन्छ
Uh-huh.
नि
Yeah.
आफूतिर ओरिएन्टेड छ कि ग्रुपतिर
Mm.
ओरिएन्टेड छ त
Mm.
रिलेसनसिप बिल्ड गर्नु खोज्छ कि हुन्छ नि गोल्समा फोकस छ त सो
Mm.
अल दिस थिङ्स वी ट्राई टु हुन्छ नि फिगर आउट इन द ब्रान्ड
Mm.
सो ब्रान्डमा यो कन्टिन्युस फिडब्याक हुन्छ कि सो
Mm.
इट्स लाइक अ लुप होइन द्याट गोज अन
Yeah.
अनि I think that's why people should treat brand as a brand
Mm.
and not like a side hustle or something होइन so
Mm.
if you start it as a brand if
Huh.
like इकम इन्डस्ट्रीमा छिरेको छ भने
Huh.
इकम इन्डस्ट्रीमा के हुन्छ त
Mm.
सो फर्स्टली डु द प्रडक्ट फिट
Oh,
प्रडक्ट
yeah.
मार्केट फिट भन्छ नि त्यसलाई
Uh-huh. Yeah.
प्रडक्ट मार्केट फिटै छैन भने त्यो ठाउँमा
Mm.
डिस्प्याच गरेर पनि भएन हुन्छ नि एसकेयुज होइन
Uh-huh.
स्टक्सहरू त्यहाँ
Money.
गरेर पनि भएन सो वी हेभ टु रियली फाइन्ड आउट
Mm.
त्यो डिटेल्स क्या
Mm.
अब इकममै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ
Mm.
इफ आई हेभ टु टक अबाउट द्याट
Mm.
ब्याक टु द क्वेसन
Mm.
सो आई वुड से समथिङ लाइक दिस सो a freelance side hustle or
Mm.
something like that
Mm.
would do it something like this. He would start up a Shopify store,
Mm.
होइन and put some SKUs that he has, maybe Chinaबाट AliExpressबाट import गरेको चिजहरू अथवा whatever he has from local market,
Mm.
and this way he just puts it over there
Uh-huh.
and then just makes random Facebook ads out of it, होइन
Uh-huh.
so this simple side hustle
Mm.
मैले पनि गरेको छु म पनि अहिले नै हुन्छ नि if I have to
Uh-huh.
make some side hustle money then I also do this होइन
Mm.
that's completely fair होइन
Mm.
but brand is something people remember
Mm.
होइन
Yeah.
I still remember नेपालमा few brands are there लाटिडो भन्ने छ लेदरको ब्रान्ड होइन हाम्रो के भएको थियो अनि सो देयर इज डल्ला हाम्रो अहमदुल्लाको छ
Uh-huh.
होइन टिएफ सो दिज आर द ब्रान्ड्स क्या वाइ आर दे ब्रान्ड्स भन्दा उनीहरूले आफ्नो प्रडक्टमा यति रिफाइनमेन्ट गर्छ नि यति रिफाइनमेन्ट गर्छ नि
Mm.
कि
Money.
इट्स अलवेज एभर ग्रोइङ क्या उनीहरूको बिजनेसमा गएर हेऱ्यो भने इट नेभर स्टप्स क्या
Mhm.
लाइक देयर इज नो स्टप पोइन्ट साइड हसलमा गयो भने सोध्यो भने ए चलेकै छैन यार बिजनेस
Yeah.
होइन सो द्याट्स अ भेरी क्रुसियल फ्याक्टर द्याट वी हेभ टु ट्रिट बिजनेस एज अ बिजनेस ब्रान्ड एज अ ब्रान्ड
Yeah.
so always I think we have to keep developing and seeing and having the team that backs it up
Mm.
बिकज एक्लैले गरिरहेको छ यो चिज भने एक्लैले त्यो ब्रान्ड बिल्ड गर्नै सक्दैन कसरी एक्लै मान्छे कसरी
No.
एभ्री टाइम एक्टिभ हुन्छ होइन
No, not possible.
हुनै सक्दैन
Mm.
we always have a low time we always have a hard
Uh,
times so
mm,
we always have to be up to
mm.
date with that so I
Yeah.
think there should be
Mm.
a team that backs it up.
Exactly. कस्तो कस्तो राम्रो कुरा भन्यो क्या लाइक सो मेनी इन्साइटफुल थिङ्स होइन ओके सो राइट नाउ चाहिँ हामीसँग इम्प्याक्टमा होइन हाउ मेनी पिपल आर एसोसिएटेड विथ इट राइट नाउ कतिजना चाहिँ दे आर वर्किङ आर
I mean, right now, it's like this. What we are trying to do is, म चाहिँ एउटा प्रिन्सिपलमा के मान्छु भने I have worked with 35 plus people also in my company, in my leadership. But what I think personally is hiring more people does not mean success, right? But hiring more people mean that you have to have the responsibility of all those people.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So I nowadays don't believe in hiring more people, but हुन्छ नि त्यो एकदम getting things done, having a team हुन्छ नि तर not hiring them to make them हुन्छ नि into a confinement zone क्या so हाम्रो collectively चाहिँ अहिले टेक समाज मेरो other businessesहरूमा गरेर चाहिँ we have around like 20 people working together.
Nice.
So कस्तो गर्छौँ भने यताको प्रोजेक्ट यता गर्छौँ यताको प्रोजेक्ट उता गर्छौँ so we collaborate होइन
Oh, nice.
but I think I don't believe I still don't believe because एउटा भिडियो मेरो भाइरल जाँदाखेरि होइन I got like 100-200 leads क्या अनि I give this to my technical officer he handles all the technical things with the doctors and things like that so I gave it to him and त्यसपछि उसले के भन्यो भने like we don't have proper resources for this 100-200 clients को project गर्नलाई we will need massive amount of people
Yeah.
and then he told me this then I thought at the moment like it was a moment of like income source for us
Yeah.
for the company so I thought let's do it पनि तर when I हुन्छ नि thought it back gave it a rethought I thought if we do this then we have to take care of the employee for like next at least 1 year को commitment हुनु पर्यो नि
Yeah,
so
exactly.
1 year को लागि we have to feed them so we have to
Yeah.
have this commitment and I'm bad at commitments
Yes, exactly.
so if I commit I do otherwise if then it's hard for me to commit then I don't commit
Yes.
so that's why I believe in keeping as less as possible and doing as much as possible with the less
अनि लाइक यु हेभ 20 पिपल होइन लाइक बट अनि लाइक दे माइट बी हुन्छ नि लाइक डिमोटिभेटेड टु वर्क सम टाइम होइन लाइक डिमोटिभेसन हुन्छ होइन सम टाइम इभन हामी आफैलाई पनि हुन्छ सो लाइक हाउ डु यु मोटिभेट युर टिम हुन्छ नि हाउ डु यु मोटिभेट युर टिम टु टेक मोस्ट आउट अफ इट क्या लाइक यो एउटा च्यालेन्जिङ नै हुन्छ होला नि है
yeah I mean we teach this in leadership modules also होइन also like कस्तो हुन्छ भने कुनै पनि मान्छेको सेट अफ भ्याल्युज हुन्छ आफ्नो सेट अफ बिलिफ्स हुन्छ होइन त्यही बिलिफ्सबाट निक्लेर उसको एटिट्युड्सहरूमा चेन्ज आउने उसको बिलिफ्सहरूमा उसको बिहेभियर्सहरूमा चेन्ज आउने वी हेभ टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड द रुट कज अफ इट क्या हामी बाहिर हेर्छौँ होइन मोटिभेटेड छैन भन्छौँ गाली गर्छौँ इम्प्लोइजहरूलाई होइन बट वी हेभ टु थिङ्क अफ इट इन अ साइन्टिफिक वे क्या आई थिङ्क मोस्ट अफ द ट्रेनर्स आर नट सेइङ दिस I'll say it on the mic name most of the trainers are not doing this they are saying okay do this hire fire such people no this doesn't work like this यस्तो हुन्छ like हाम्रो set of values र beliefs ले गर्दाखेरि we are who we are होइन so तिम्रो केही set of values हुन्छ मेरो केही set of values हुन्छ होइन if your set of values do not collide with mine then that's when we feel the friction होइन now our values are same we are striving for impact creating value for the other people that's why we are in the same page होइन अब just for example I don't know होइन I don't want that to happen तर for example if a person comes to me and he doesn't like something then मान्छे हो कुनै चिज मन नपर्ने केही चिज मन परेन उसको भ्याल्युसँग म्याच भएन केही चिज भने अब जस्तै फर इक्जाम्पल आइएम अनकन्भेन्सनल गाई हुन्छ नि आई एम मैले प्लस 2 पछिको डिग्री लिएकै छैन so if a person comes here who is like an academic person then he might feel that friction so I might feel that friction he might feel that friction so there is no motivation to talk to him so I usually don't talk with such people like where I and किन भन्दा त त्यो भ्याल्युज मिलेर आउँदैन होइन सो आई रियली आइडेन्टिफाई दिस के अनि इम्प्लोइ र मेरो लाइक इम्प्लोइ र कम्पनीको चाहिँ भ्याल्यु मिलिरहेको छैन भने कि त इम्प्लोइको भ्याल्यु मिलिरहेको छैन इन द राइट अर्डर कि त कम्पनीको भ्याल्युज राम्ररी ओरिएन्ट भएको छैन इम्प्लोइमा होइन
Yeah,
देयर इज
exactly.
ओन्ली टु पोसिबिलिटिज क्या
Uh-huh.
सो कम्पनीको भ्याल्यु इम्प्याक्ट छ तर यदि इम्प्लोइको भ्याल्यु मनी
Mhm.
जेनेरेसन छ भने
Uh-huh.
त्यो म्याच गर्दैन क्या होइन
Mhm.
so if the employee is working for the money, if the company has the हुन्छ नि vision of impact, then that does not
Mhm.
fit. But at the same time, now if it's a real estate company,
Mhm.
then हुन्छ नि employee value is money. A real estate company
Yeah.
also value is money in that.
Mhm.
So it matters. यस्तो केसमा चाहिँ these two people can work together होइन
Mhm.
so अब impact र value मनीको केसमा चाहिँ it
Mhm.
won't work together. So
Mhm.
either we have to inbuild like in
Mhm.
elicit भन्ने word एकदम I like it
Uh-huh.
elicit the value of impact into the employee हुन्छ
Mhm.
नि impact कसरी ल्याउने त उसमा उसमा हाल्नु
Mhm.
पर्यो
Mhm.
otherwise if you can change the company's value which is very hard हुन्छ नि
Yeah,
usually we
exactly.
don't do that.
Mhm.
Usually we don't do that
Mhm.
but we have to be flexible on that one
Mhm.
and if that does not fit then I think there should be other ways to fix it हुन्छ नि
Mhm.
so if that employee has money as an outcome
Mhm.
then I think mentorship दिएर हुन्छ कि
Mhm.
हुन्छ नि किन चाहिँ मनी चाहिएको छ उसको ब्याकग्राउन्ड स्टोरीलाई बुझ्देर
Mhm. Mhm.
इमोसनल इन्टेलिजेन्सको युज
Yeah.
गरेर
Mhm.
देयर आर मेनी टुल्स क्या विच यु
Mhm.
क्यान युज
Mhm.
बट आई थिङ्क साइन्टिफिक टुल्स आर जस्ट getting stuck within these scientific
Uh-huh.
articles only क्या
Mhm. Yeah.
100 page articles हुन्छ they are just getting stuck within this क्या
Mhm.
they're not being implemented and
Mhm.
through impactors we want to bring this to the limelight
Mm,
to the mainstream
yeah. अनि लाइक टिममा चाहिँ होइन लाइक प्रोडक्टिभ होइन लाइक देयर आर सिचुएसन होइन जब चाहिँ हुन्छ नि यो टिम इज नट प्रोडक्टिभ होइन यु हेभ
yeah
सो मेनी टास्क टु डु होइन हामीसँग फाइन लिस्ट अफ टास्क छ अनि बट त्यो टास्क चाहिँ हुन्छ नि इट इज नट गोइङ अन द सेम पेस क्या विच हेज टु बी गोइङ क्या होइन सो इन द्याट केस होइन लाइक प्रोडक्टिभिटी चाहिँ हुन्छ नि लाइक हाउ डु ह्यान्डल दिस थिङ्स क्या लाइक हाउ डु मेक यो टिम प्रोडक्टिभ क्या लाइक
Yeah, I believe in putting हुन्छ नि things structured होइन because training भनेको पनि structured thing हो
या
we have to structure everything so that's why I follow Kanban system so Kanban is an open source like it's like a Trello होइन Trello जस्तै हो so Kanban भन्ने चाहिँ एउटा सिस्टम हुन्छ स्क्रम मास्टर भन्छ क्या स्क्रम
स्क्रम
मास्टर
मास्टर
जस्तै
या
so I follow a Kanban system. So we have like a pipeline of different things that is going on. And this specific pipeline mapani, we have blocks of different things. So if this is one category, then what to do in this one category is another category. So there's no like if one person comes and then sees that Kanban system and then there's plenty of work. There's no as a so there's always something to do. So
या
I like to keep it full and then there's always something to do so that everything is productive at least
या
not going into Netflix and chill not going into YouTube rat hole but at least something when they want to work right
या
so
लाइक कम्प्लिटली नट गोइङ अन नेटफ्लिक्स पनि होइन लाइक दे निड
no
टु
no
ह्याभ
no
सम पर्सनल टाइम
we
एज
need
वेल
we need we need
या
we need
लाइक
I
टास्क एन्ड अल्सो
personally also watch Netflix I know I personally also watch YouTube videos so I think current age we cannot now say you have to hustle
या
and
एक्ज्याक्टली
forget about the life I don't think so there was phase where I said that but I think we have to take care of well-being also and
या
this
एक्ज्याक्टली
other things whatever gives us happiness we have to try that also I think
या एन्ड लाइक अर्को कुरा चाहिँ होइन जस्तै अब लाइक म चाहिँ अब लाइक पब्लिक स्पिकिङतिरै गएँ होइन ओके सो लाइक वेन यु आर स्पिकिङ होइन लाइक
yeah
स्टार्टिङमा लाइक तिमी इन्ट्रोभर्ट थियौ नि त अगाडि त होइन लाइक वेन यु हुन्छ नि फेस द क्यामेरा अनिदेखिबाट लाइक वेन यु फेस्ड एन्ड वेन यु स्टार्ट टकिङ विथ पिपल बिस्तारै त यो विथ टाइम त यो इम्प्रुभ हुँदै जान्छ नि त बट वाट आइभ सिन टु पिपल होइन लाइक हु आर पोर एट स्पिकिङ होइन वेन आई आक्स देम होइन वाट दे से भन्दा वेन आई फेस पब्लिक वेन आई फेस पिपल होइन आई फर्गेट वाट आइम सेङ भन्छन् क्या लाइक मस्ट पिपल
Yeah, this is
से
typical.
द्याट क्या होइन सो फर देम होइन हाउ दे क्यान ओभरकम दिस प्रब्लम क्या
Yeah, I
वाट डु
think
थिङ्क
it comes. Yeah, I think it comes down to one crucial factor why we are speaking. What we are speaking. किनभने त्यो नै थाहा हुँदैन क्या मोस्टली होइन लाइक मैले केही बोल्न जाँदाखेरि द्याट्स वाइ आई अलवेज हुन्छ नि, like try to understand the agenda behind it.
Mhm.
Some people say let's just meet हुन्छ नि
Mhm.
randomly के
Mhm.
होइन. So I always try to make it as much as possible. I know what's going on behind it, हुन्छ नि, so that I can
Mhm.
prepare myself.
Mhm.
So it's all about preparation that goes in the back end,
Yes.
right? So why we forget, I think, mainly is because we don't know what we are talking about.
Mhm.
And त्यतिखेर we try to rotten knowledge भन्छ नि. So we try to think, okay, म यो भन्छु है भनेर
Mhm.
सोचे हुन्छ.
Mhm.
अनि त्यसपछि वान की छुट्यो भने
Uh-huh.
अनि देन एभ्रिथिङ इज गन.
Wow. Yeah,
यो चाहिँ
exactly.
मलाई कहाँ भयो भने म
Uh-huh.
सानो बेलामा
Uh-huh.
यो स्पिच कम्पिटिसनमा भाग लिन भन्नुहुन्थ्यो कि मलाई.
Mhm.
त्यसपछि सी वाज अ टिचर नि त, सो
Mhm.
सी अलवेज ट्राई टु पुश मी इन्टु दिस थिङ्स.
Mhm.
अनि त्यसपछि आई सिन द्याट के लाइक उनीहरूले चाहिँ लाइक अब जस्तै यहाँ एउटा टेक्स्ट छ भने वी डोन्ट सेटल फर एनिथिङ लेस देन एक्सलेन्स, वी डोन्ट सेटल फर एनिथिङ, यो रटेर गएको हुन्छ होइन. अनि
Yeah.
फर इक्जाम्पल सेटल भन्ने वर्ड गायब भयो भने
Uh-huh.
वी डोन्ट वाट वाज द नेक्स्ट भन्नुहुन्छ क्या. त्यसपछि कन्टेक्स्टै छैन
Yeah.
क्या.
हो नि.
देयर इज नो कन्टेक्स्ट बिहाइन्ड इट.
Uh-huh.
सो देयर इज नो कन्टेक्स्ट बिकज वी डोन्ट अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड द कन्टेक्स्ट
Uh-huh.
होइन. सो वी डोन्ट नो वाट वी आर टकिङ अबाउट.
That
So I
means,
think that
yeah. This way, like that means it is because of less preparation, I know, like
I
because
think
of less
100%
preparation.
because of that because we think we prepare a lot, but actually we don't. Okay? We prepare on the content, but not on the context, I think.
Like then, like,
So
what can be the
mhm,
perfect way to prepare ourselves then? Like we
for the
say
context,
the
yeah. I think the first thing is to understand what the context is all about. So, for example, if मलाई चाहिँ कसैले मार्केटिङमा बोल्नु भयो भने, so the first thing I try to get into is marketing is like a vague term. And I can speak now 10 hours in the field of marketing. So I try to break it down into smaller chunks. Okay? So context के त भने context भनेको लाइक हुन्छ नि त्यो हामीले एआईमा पनि पढ्छौँ नि कन्टेक्स्ट भनेको इट गोज स्ट्रिम लाइन भनेर. सो सो कन्टेक्स्ट चाहिँ आइडेन्टिफाई गर्नलाई चाहिँ म के गर्छु भने ओके वाट इन मार्केटिङ देन. मार्केटिङमा डिजिटल मार्केटिङ, सो वाट इन डिजिटल मार्केटिङ. सो ओके डिजिटल मार्केटिङमा पनि लेट्स से फेसबुक एड्स. सो वाट इन फेसबुक एड्स पनि धेरै चिज छ नि त. सो लेट्स से कम्प्लायन्स इस्युज होइन. सो कम्प्लायन्स इस्युज पनि वाट इन कम्प्लायन्स इस्युज. सो इट्स लाइक ट्राई टु गेट
Okay.
दिस कन्टेक्स्ट. Okay? So
Uh-huh.
what's the group of this whole thing that I'm talking about?
Okay.
होइन.
Yes. Wow.
एन्ड देन आई नो ओके कम्प्लायन्समा पनि मेन इस्यु चाहिँ के को रहेछ भने कम्प्लायन्समा कि एडहरू चाहिँ रिजेक्ट भइरहेको रहेछ फर इक्जाम्पल होइन. अनि देन आई ट्राई टु फाइन्ड आउट द रुट कज अफ इट. So for example, usually cards, like ads get rejected because there is no proper identification and verification things going on. Right? So now I know the answer to it, Nida. So I know all this context. अब मलाई रट्नै पर्दैन क्या यो चिजको लागि. So now when I go to the public, then let's say public speaking ma, so you context बेसी चाहिँ, and what I do is now we have talked about marketing a lot. We have heard about marketing, and we have now heard about digital marketing also a lot. So त्यो context मा चाहिँ I go क्या. So त्यो context एउटा flow हुन्छ नि त्यो. I see it as a flow chart क्या. So त्यो flow chart मा गएपछि चाहिँ then it's easy to build up on that context.
Like
So
our
that's how
so
yeah
digital marketing of if you talk about digital marketing then you already know about digital marketing, so
yeah
you just remember about
yes
digital marketing एउटा context सम्झ्यो होइन. अब जस्तै फेसबुक एड भयो भने you know about फेसबुक एड, जस्ट मैले फेसबुक एड चाहिँ
right
I am going to talk about this भन्ने सम्झ्यो होइन.
right
फेसबुक एडमा नि अझै
exactly
कम्प्लायन्स भन्ने सम्झ्यो. just you
right
just remember about compliance and you already know
right
about compliance, so just you
yeah
go with the
exactly
flow होइन. त्यसपछि
yeah
चाहिँ
yeah
yeah
it's always under के अब जस्तै
uh,
तपाईँलाई
uh-huh.
हुन्छ नि anyone asks you
Mhm.
like marketing
Mhm.
marketing like बोल्न अब like if you are just given marketing then panic mode मा आउँछ क्या मान्छे
हो
हुन्छ नि. panic mode मा आउँछ के बोल्ने म मार्केटिङमा मलाई केही आउँदैन हुन्छ कि होइन. so it's always good to contextualize this thing हुन्छ नि into small terms. मार्केटिङ ओके डिजिटल मार्केटिङको बारेमा हल्का चाहिँ थाहा छ मलाई. ए डिजिटलमा फेसबुक एड्स मैले धेरै देखिरहेको. इफ इज ए कम्प्लायन्स हो त्यति जाबो कुरा त रहेछ भन्ने
Yeah,
होइन.
exactly.
So I think it's all about making it as easy as possible for us as
अनि
a speaker.
एन्ड अल्सो होइन वाट आइभ सिन इज द्याट होइन पिपुल हुन्छ नि दे गो टु स्पिक होइन बट सम पिपुल आर होइन दे डोन्ट नो वाट दे आर स्पिकिङ क्या होइन. or they don't know what they're speaking and they are lost क्या. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
that
speak
was my main
next.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm speaking next होइन. त्यसको लागि
Yes,
पनि
yes,
द्याट इज
yes.
जस्ट बिकज अफ लेस प्रिपरेसन होइन. Like,
Yeah, right. I think this context I will help it a lot, I think.
uh,
To contextualize this, किनभने कन्टेक्स्ट हुने बित्तिकै त्यो यादै गर्नु पऱ्यो नि,
mm,
किनभने त्यो फ्लो चार्टमा जस्तो याद भइहाल्छ क्या, त्यो
mm,
हुन्छ नि
mm,
मार्केटिङ डिजिटल मार्केटिङ, त्यो डिजिटल मार्केटिङ फेसबुक एड्स, त्यो फेसबुक एड्सको कम्प्लायन्स, त्यो कम्प्लायन्स
mm.
अहिले भर्खर बनाएको कन्टेक्स्टै मलाई याद भइसक्यो होइन.
अनि
सो इट्स जस्ट
या
इजी टु रिमेम्बर.
अनि अझै अब हुन्छ नि अब जस्तै हामीले फेसबुक एड भन्यो भने इमिडिएटली माइन्डमा फेसबुक एडको बारेमा नआउन सक्छ नि त लाइक इन सम
नआउन
केस
सक्छ.
होइन.
या इन सच केसेस आई
हाउ डु
थिङ्क,
ह्यान्डल
इन
द्याट?
सच केसेस, yeah, in such cases I think that's why I think readers are the leaders, leaders are the readers. So I think it's important to feed us with information as much as possible. So
Yes.
I think एक वर्षपछि मार्केटिङको बारेमा बोल्दैछ भने एक वर्ष अगाडिदेखि नै द प्रिपरेसन गोज अन, आई थिङ्क होइन. सो बिकज द्याट डज नट गो नाउ. अहिले आज म अब फर इक्जाम्पल मलाई आई मिन ब्लक चेनको हल्का हल्का थाहा छ. फर इक्जाम्पल कसैले मलाई नाउ इथेरियमको बारेमा, स्मार्ट कन्ट्र्याक्टको बारेमा भन्नु, आई डोन्ट नो. सिम्पली आई नो स्मल थिङ्स बट आई डोन्ट नो. मलाई कन्टेक्स्ट नै थाहा छैन होइन. सो यस्तो कुरामा चाहिँ अब आई हेभ टु प्रिपेयर माइसेल्फ फ्रम द अर्लियर. न अब म आज चाहिँ के हेरेर बोल्छु भन्दा हुँदैन कि. दिस ह्यापन टु मी अलरेडी इन द पास्ट. ब्लक चेनको एउटा ट्विटर स्पेसमा प्रोग्राम थियो होइन. सो आई वेन्ट ओभर देयर. त्यसपछि के भयो त भन्दाखेरि आई डिन्ट हेभ द कन्टेक्स्ट. सो आई सिम्पली सेड I'm not from the blockchain market, but I can see the blockchain from a different market, which is also an interesting point of view for you guys. And यसरी मैले सेप गरेँ कि त्यो चिजलाई. So I think there is always way to shape things.
Yes.
In there.
त्यो पनि
But I think
त्यो पनि लाइक विथ एक्सपिरियन्स नै हुन्छ नि, वी इम्प्रुभ आवर सेल्फ. विथ एक्सपिरियन्स नै इट गेट्स बेटर क्या होइन. लाइक अहिले वाट आइम डुइङ भने अहिले सपोज अब लाइक आइ एम गिभन अ टास्क टु गिभ प्रेजेन्टेसन होइन. अब अहिले लेट्स चाहिँ आइ एम नट प्रिपेयर्ड, अरू मलाई जस्तो कन्टेक्स्ट हुन्छ नि भिजुअलाइज भएको छैन, अरू हुँदैन अहिले स्टार्टिङमा भन्नु होइन. बट विथ टाइम होइन यो थिङ्स गेट हुन्छ नि अटोमेटिकल्ली हुन्छ नि इम्प्रुभ हुँदै हुँदै जाने रहेछ क्या होइन.
Absolutely. I think it's all about always
Preparation
about
as well.
neural network त हो नि होइन, ब्रेनमा हुने भनेको यही न्युरल नेटवर्क बेटर हुने त हो नि. सो आई थिङ्क द मोर वी डु, मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने द मोर वी फेल द मोर वी लर्न. यो एकदम साइन्टिफिक किन लाग्छ त भन्दाखेरि होइन, कस्तो हुन्छ त्यही भन्दाखेरि मैले अस्ति भर्खर एउटा भिडियो हेरेको थिएँ कि लाइक हाउ थिङ्स ह्यापन वेन वी डु समथिङ विच इज नट राइट होइन. जस्तै मैले एउटा पेन छ होइन, पेन भाँचेँ होइन, यो भाँचेँ फर इक्जाम्पल भने यो भाँच्दाखेरिको इलेक्ट्रोन्सहरू हुन्छ नि जुन नर्भ सेल्सहरूबाट न्युरोन्समा जान्छ नि, यसले चाहिँ के भन्छ त भन्दा न्युरोन्सलाई चाहिँ यो अब बनाइरहेको पाथवे चाहिँ बन्द गर है भनेर भन्छ अरे कि, यो ब्रेक गर्ने पाथवे चाहिँ बन्द गर है भनेर भन्छ अरे कि. सो त्यो सिग्नल पाउने बित्तिकै अब त्यो पाथवेज बन्द गरिदिन्छ कि, अब ब्रेक गर्दैन कि उसले होइन. अब यदि मैले लेखिरहेको है त्यो ब्रेक नगर है भन्ने पाथवेज बन्दैन थियो कि होइन. लेखिरहेको यो नभाँचेको है त्यो पाथवेज नै बन्द हुँदैन थियो. त्यो त्यस्ता खालको पाथवेज अरू नै वेमा बन्थ्यो होला होइन. सो तर नहुने पाथवेज त बन्द भयो नि त. सो आई थिङ्क it's quite scientific that failures हुन्छ नि are the best life lessons for us, because त्योबाट चाहिँ धेरै नै सिक्छौँ कि. अनि मैले यो मेसिन लर्निङको ब्याकग्राउन्ड भएर नि होला मलाई चाहिँ थाहा छ कि लाइक मेसिन लर्निङमा चाहिँ द्याट प्रोग्राम अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड्स हाउ इट हुन्छ नि लर्न्स हाउ टु डु थिङ्स बाई बेसिकली डुइङ रङ थिङ्स के. यता जान्छ बिस्तारै गएर एक्सपेरिमेन्ट बनाउँछ कि उसले. सो आई थिङ्क द्याट्स हाउ ह्युमन ब्रेन अल्सो वर्क्स. एन्ड
सच अ नाइस पोइन्ट है. अनि लाइक रिगार्डिङ होइन ब्रान्ड्स एन्ड यस्तोमा चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ लाइक देयर आर टु वेज टु हुन्छ नि एक्चुली बिल्ड ब्रान्ड जस्तो लाग्छ क्या मलाई चाहिँ. एउटा चाहिँ विथ द हेल्प अफ हुन्छ नि पर्सनल ब्रान्डिङ होइन, बिकज हुन्छ नि लाइक एज अ कम्पनी प्रेजेन्टिङ माइ सेल्फ एज अ ब्रान्ड, कम्पनी गेट सेल्स बिकज अफ मी. जस्तै क्या जस्तो अब इलन मस्ककै केसमा छ नि त, है इलन मस्कको अब जस्तै प्रोडक्ट अब इलन मस्कले सपोज अब भोलि नै एउटा कुनै प्रोडक्ट निकाल्यो भने पनि द्याट विल गेट लाइक मिलियन्स अफ युजर्स नि त होइन. वाइ भन्दा बिकज अफ इलन मस्क एन्ड बिकज अफ हिज पर्सनल ब्रान्ड होइन. सो इन माई ओपिनियन होइन मलाई चाहिँ फर्स्ट वे भनेको चाहिँ बाई पर्सनल ब्रान्डिङ जस्तै लाग्छ. अनि अर्को वे भनेको चाहिँ बिकज यु सो मेनी एड्स द्याट पिपुल आर युज टु इट क्या. जस्तै अब कोक फ्यान्टा अनि यस्तै कम्पनीजहरू भयो नि प्रिभियस कम्पनीजहरू. सो वाट दे आर डुइङ भन्दा दे आर स्पेन्डिङ एन्ड थ्रोइङ मनी इन एड्स क्या होइन. लाइक दे आर बेसिकली टु डिफ्रेन्ट वेज हाउ दे डु हुन्छ नि ब्रान्डिङ जस्तै फिल हुन्छ मलाई चाहिँ. अब मेबी आई डोन्ट नो द्याट मच एज वेल होइन. अनि अर्को चाहिँ हुन्छ नि एज अ ब्रान्ड होइन मलाई जस्ट करेक्ट मी इफ आइ एम रङ है, मलाई चाहिँ ब्रान्ड भनेको चाहिँ हुन्छ नि क्रिएटिङ सम भ्यालु टु पिपल होइन मान्छेको हुन्छ नि लाइफमा केही भ्यालु एड गर्यो एन्ड पिपल हेभ अ गुड इमेज अफ हुन्छ नि द्याट कम्पनी अर पार्टिकुलर अर्गनाइजेसन क्या ब्रान्ड भनेको त्यही नै होइन र लाइक इन
I think
सर्ट
simple ways, but I think you're absolutely right because brand means the thing that is in the head of the people. Brand
एक्ज्याक्टली
image is one, don't you mean? And that
एउटा
has served with some value.
एउटा पोजिटिभ
I
इमेज
think
छ मान्छेको माइन्डमा
exactly.
अबाउट द्याट कम्पनी होइन
नेगेटिभ पनि हुनसक्छ आई थिङ्क नेगेटिभ पनि ब्रान्ड हुन्छ होइन किनभने फर इक्जाम्पल फ्रस्टर्सहरू हुन्छ नि स्क्यामहरू गर्नेहरू हुन्छ नि स्क्याम गर्नेहरूको नि ब्रान्ड बनेकै हुन्छ कि तर नेगेटिभ वेको बने हुन्छ होइन अब जस्तै फर इक्जाम्पल आई डोन्ट वान्ट टु टेक हिज नेम बट नाउ वी आर इन द नेपाली मार्केट विजय सर we all know that you are the
लाइक
I mean, how he did things was not right, and how he is trying to portray things are not right. Maybe he has some things I don't know. I don't want to comment on that. But I think what we have to understand is now if BJSI comes up with something new, people will follow him. Follow it. Even if it is in negative sense, they will look at it. Even laughing, humorous way, they will look at it.
Yeah.
So एउटा भन्छ नि शाहरुख खानको एउटा कोट थियो कि every publicity is good publicity, positive publicity भनेर होइन every publicity is publicity भनेर थियो क्या so either it's good or bad it's a brand that is building होइन तर पनि I think we have to strive to create a positive impact because that remains क्या अब विजयसाईलाई पत्याउन गाह्रै हुन्छ कि नेपाली मार्केट
people know about him होइन people will look at him but people will not हुन्छ नि follow him क्या follow him in a sense that उसले केही भन्यो भने people won't हुन्छ नि do it क्या होइन like that matters नि त when you talk about
conversion matters
exactly if people will not convert then there is no reason to actually do it नि त
there's no fruit out of it
yeah exactly
marketing को main भनेकै at the end conversion हो नि त so there's no
yes अनि लाइक ओके सो अबको हुन्छ नि लाइक नेक्स्ट लेट्स से नेक्स्ट 10 इयरमा चाहिँ हामी कोभिड पन्थीलाई चाहिँ हामी कहाँ देख्छौँ होला हेभ यु लाइक पिक्चराइज योर सेल्फ म चाहिँ ओके यहाँ चाहिँ हुन्छ होइन होला अर म यहाँ चाहिँ पुग्छु होला अर माई भिजन इज लाइक दिस भन्ने you have I know you have होइन but are you if you are comfortable to share then like it will be like
I think it's like this I think both I think I would say it's both ways yes पनि no पनि किनभने one thing that I know for sure is there's no certainty
yes
exactly. I can die after this call also yeah I know bomb पड्केर अथवा anything I don't know anything can happen
yes exactly anything can happen yeah yeah
so there's no certainty of life so I cannot say 10 years down the that is not realistic for me to एकदम बिलिभ गर्नलाई नि मेरो लागि नै कन्ट्रडिक्सन हुन्छ कि हुन्छ नि एउटा कग्नेटिभ डिसोनेन्स हुन थाल्छ कि हुन्छ नि जुन कुरा मैले बिलिभ नै गर्न सक्दिनँ त्यो कुरा मैले रियलिस्टिक नै छैन त्यो कुरा मैले आफूले फिड गर्न थाल्यो भने इट बिकम्स इरियलिस्टिक फर मी होइन सो but obviously there is vision 100 years from now 10 years from now there is vision to bring as much as possible impact in the world and then that is obviously there but I think I try to make it as close as possible so 1 year down the road चाहिँ म के गर्छु त भनेर चाहिँ म हेर्न खोज्छु कि किनभने like I find it that एकदम easy to manage एक वर्षमा चाहिँ के गर्ने त भन्दा it's एकदम easy to organize so this month I will do this month I will do this whenever I can systemize it otherwise if it's 10 years then it's really hard to know what's going on in the next 10 years and then there's so much uncertainty going on so I try to say like 1-2 years मा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि like impact लाई चाहिँ एउटा certain level मा लाने चाहिँ मेरो एउटा सोच छ एउटा भिजन छ हैन that impact is ruling over the hospitality industry as a trainer let's see how it goes I'm optimistic on that
yes I wish you best of luck ekdamai I want your good always and okay you are much into हुन्छ नि leadership अनि हुन्छ नि entrepreneurship and हुन्छ नि leadership हरुमा बढी छौ कि and training हरुमा like बढी involved छौ कि you are more into programming stuff
I think I would say training I think I would say training. Programming पनि मैले लाइक प्रोग्रामिङ भनेर चाहिँ
लाइक
नगरेको थिएँ होइन
एआइएमएल
म
एन्ड अल गरिरहेको छु भन्दै थियो नि अघि
sorry?
लाइक एआइएमएल एन्ड थिङ्स आर द्याट
No, no,
लाइक द्याट
it used to be. It used to be.
ओके
When I was chosen as IBM champion by IBM,
Ah,
at that time I was doing like machine learning and things like that.
ओके
To IBM वाट्सनको त्यो
Ah,
मोटिभहरूबाट होइन
mhm,
सो त्यतिखेर गरिरहेको थिएँ बट अहिले चाहिँ प्रोग्रामिङ भनेर चाहिँ कसरी गर्छु भने लाइक प्रोग्रामिङ सिकाउँछु
mhm,
ट्रेनिङ
mhm,
सो आइ एम टोटली अ ट्रेनर
ah,
आई डोन्ट कोड एन्ड स्टफ लाइक द्याट तर
mhm,
कोडिङ मन चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने आई हेभ नट टोटली लेफ्ट दिस पाइथन प्रोग्रामिङको
mhm,
जनर पनि
mhm,
किनभने आई बिलिभ इन स्टेइङ इन द ब्याक वे आई केम फ्रम
yeah.
even till today I have music होइन because music पनि was a starting journey of mine. I started with
Ah,
music videos and things like it.
wow. Yeah.
So I have these things that brought me. I don't want to leave these things away from me. So I at least do some things with this होइन हुन्छ नि मेन स्ट्रिममा नगरे पनि साइडमा चाहिँ मैले यताउता गरेर हुन्छु तर मेनली चाहिँ आइम मोस्टली इन्टु लेम ट्रेनिङ एन्ड leadership
Yeah.
entrepreneurship.
Wow, nice, nice. And like let's say होइन हामीसँग like if people are watching us and let's say हुन्छ नि they want to start their journey in हुन्छ नि entrepreneurship अनि यस्तै as a trainer copywriter होइन उहाँहरूको लागि चाहिँ like what message do you have होइन if they want to start then what can be their first step to start and begin in this journey क्या हाम्रो यो जर्नीमा चाहिँ what do you think?
I think first thing is if we talk about now the people who want to start and
Ah.
things like it, I'm sure many people have already started things and tried and tested things and failed and succeeded in some things. I've also done that, and what I have realized is everything is a process. And त्यो प्रोसेसमा रम्नुको मजा छुट्टै छ कि
Exactly.
गोल र डेस्टिनेसनमा भाग्नुभन्दा त्यो प्रोसेसमा रम्नुमा डिफ्रेन्ट मजा छ अभियसली गोलमा चेज गर्नु पनि मजा छुट्टै छ
Yes.
होइन इट
Yeah.
डज नट मिन वी डोन्ट ह्याभ टु चेज द गोल्स
Yeah.
आई थिङ्क it's this balance of these two things chasing the goal as well as understanding the process and enjoying the process at the moment
Yes.
किनभने it uncovers both things अहिलेको मोमेन्टमा रम्दाखेरि भोलिको फ्युचरको चिन्ता हुँदैन होइन भनेको अहिलेको मोमेन्टमा रमाइन्छ अहिलेको चिजलाई 100% दिएर गरिन्छ होइन गोलमा चेज गर्दाखेरि एट द सेम टाइम फ्युचरलाई पनि फ्युचरिस्टिक भएर ओरिएन्टेसन हुन्छ कि सो इफ यु ओन्ली डु अहिलेको मात्र रमाएर बस्यो भने स्ट्याग्नेन्ट भयो फ्युचरिस्टिक मात्र भएर हिँड्यो भने अनरियलिस्टिक भयो सो बोथ गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ इट्स अ गुड ब्लेन्ड अफ बोथ क्या एन्ड सो आई थिङ्क ब्यालेन्स इज इम्पोर्टेन्ट अनि आई थिङ्क यु हेभ टु चेज द गोल्स बट एज वेल एज
Enjoy the moment.
understand that process is all the thing that
yes.
matters at the end and I think I would like to say that again I always say this that we are never far from death so let's not boost our ego let's not try to think too much also futuristic and at the same time also think futuristic
Yeah, त्यही त भनिन्छ नि लाइक वाट एभर यु आर डुइङ यु हेभ टु हुन्छ नि बी इन द मुमेन्ट अनि यु हेभ टु हुन्छ नि लाइक लिभ इन द मुमेन्ट अनि लाइक यु नेभर लुज क्या यु लर्न समथिङ क्या होइन यु नेभर लुज
absolutely
एक्ज्याक्टली सो
at the same time I think we need to also have some goal that keeps us and then striving towards that
यस अनि भनिन्छ नि जस्तै अब हाम्रो चाहिँ लाइक इफ होइन लाइक 100 स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट भयो भने चाहिँ आउट अफ देम होइन जस्ट 10% अफ स्टार्टअप एक्जिस्ट अनि त्यहाँबाट पनि 5% अफ द स्टार्टअप अर लेस देन 5% अफ द स्टार्टअप एक्चुली सक्सिड भनिन्छ नि सो वाट सम वान हेभ टु डु इफ दे डोन्ट वान्ट टु हुन्छ नि बी अन द्याट 90% क्याटेगोरी यु फेल हुन्छ नि यु फेल इन देयर स्टार्टअप वाट डु थिङ्क
I think three things are important for a startup phase, which we are also. Impact is also I would consider it as a startup because it's just been 2 years I think compared to Varega. So I think three things are really crucial. One is perseverance. The key to hustle गर्ने to persevere गर्ने त्यो हुन्छ नि जोस हुन्छ नि that's perseverance भनेको चाहिँ कस्तो भने लाइक म चाहिँ यो गर्छु जतिसुकै हुन्छ नि जेसुकै भए पनि गर्छु नै गर्छु भनेर त्यो एउटा पर्सिभरेन्स चाहिन्छ होइन अनि एउटा चाहिँ रेजिलियन्स चाहिन्छ
Mm,
भनेको एडभर्सिटिजहरूमा हुन्छ नि
mhm,
एडभर्सिटिज भनेको डाउन लाइक युआर टोटली डाउन
mm,
बट स्टिल ओभर देयर अल्सो यु फिल द्याट देयर इज रेजिलियन्स इन यु टु कम
mhm.
ब्याक एन्ड बाउन्स ब्याक
Yeah,
त्यो एउटा चाहिँ छ
exactly.
नि
Mhm,
अनि त्यसपछि ड्राइभ आई थिङ्क दिज थ्री थिङ्स भयो भने इभन इफ वान अफ युर स्टार्टअप गोज डाउन देयर विल बी अलवेज अनदर द्याट यु विल कम अप
yeah.
विथ सो देयर इज नो गोइङ ब्याक
Yeah.
so if one falls then you learn from that and then build another one
Mhm.
so I
Wow.
think so that's
Exactly.
how it goes I think
Yeah, yeah.
and
Like,
I think we should never be trying to get into that 10% I think
yeah.
because
Mm,
I think we want to be in that 90% and
mm,
want to fail
mm.
because then we can learn what
Yes.
mistakes we made right
Yeah.
because the
Uh-huh.
10% of पढ्यो भने it makes no sense
Yeah, like अब 10%मा पढ्नु पनि पर्छ लाइक बट यु सुड अल्सो थिङ्क द्याट यु माइट अब अहिले म 10%मा पढेँ बट इन नेक्स्ट इयर अर इन कमिङ इयर आई माइट फल ब्याक टु द्याट
it will
90%
be again
क्याटेगोरी होइन
yeah Nokia is again
एक्ज्याक्टली होइन नोकिया छ होइन एन्ड मेनी अदर
yeah
कम्पनीज एज वेल है
right even the established company go down okay?
या
there's no guarantee that they will stay
या
so I think startups owners should be also active persevere and resilient and full of drive I
या
think these three things are crucial
भनिन्छ नि लाइक 15 इयर्समा चाहिँ होइन टप 500 कम्पनीज मध्ये होइन जस्ट 40 कम्पनीज बाँकी हुन्छ अरे क्या इन 15 इयर्स
yeah I've heard that yeah
लाइक
right
सो नथिङ इज
because
एक्चुली देयर टु स्टे क्या होइन लाइक अन्ली
right
सम अफ देम स्टे होइन इन
I
लङ्गर
think it's
लङ
because the market is so volatile होइन एउटै मार्केटमा डिफ्रेन्ट जाइन्ट्सहरू कम्पिट गरिरहन्छ कि सो एउटाले अर्कोले खाइदिनै हाल्छ
एक्ज्याक्टली क्या जस्तै अहिलेको इक्जाम्पल छ त हामीसँग गुगल माइक्रोसफ्टको होइन गुगल वाज ह्याभिङ
yeah
लाइक
it
नाइन्टी
didn't
फाइभ
have
पर्सेन्ट 99.5%
yeah
अफ मार्केट सेयर थियो अनि बिङको इट
right
वाज लाइक फ्यु पर्सेन्ट थियो नि त बट लुक एट
exactly
नाउ होइन बिङ इज नियर बाई 15% अब पनि भइसक्यो होला अहिले आई गेस होइन एन्ड इट इज
yeah
ग्रोइङ अझै मोर फार एन्ड फार क्या
right
होइन इभन आई
and
युज
I
बिङ
think
क्या अहिले
such technological revolution always come okay
एक्ज्याक्टली
10 15 years ma always something new हुन्छ नि totally new comes
यस
यो yeah I last 15 years त होइन धेरै massively उ भएको त्योभन्दा अगाडि त थिएन होइन ब्लकचेन अब आउँदैछ त्यसपछि आउने मेटाभर्सहरू अझै छ लाइनमा अलरेडी छन् कि
सो
सुमा
मेनी
अलरेडी
थिङ्स
छन्
बट होइन एआई आएर नि हुन्छ नि इट हेज हेल्प आवर लाइफ सो मच क्या लाइक म त
right
मेन क्रेडिट दिन्छु यो च्याट जिपिटीलाई नै क्या
ChatGPT,
जस्ट
yeah.
बिकज अफ च्याट जिपिटी
Right.
अहिले एआई प्रडक्ट मार्केटमा कति आएको छ क्या जस्ट ह्याभ अ लुक एट द्याट क्या होइन कति धेरै आएको छ त्यो स्टार्ट त्यो एउटा बुमको स्टार्ट कहाँबाट भयो भने त च्याट जिपिटी क्या
Right.
च्याट जिपिटीमा आयो नोसनहरूमा आयो होइन इभन गिटहबमा नि आयो होइन सो मेनी थिङ्समा होइन आइरहेको छ एन्ड इभल्भिङ होइन
Everything started coming up क्या त्यो snowball effect भयो
एक्ज्याक्टली क्या कस्तो लाइक इट हेज बट एट द एन्ड हामीलाई नि हेल्प गरिरहेछ नि त होइन
absolutely
लाइक
absolutely
इट इज हुन्छ नि मलाई चाहिँ एकदमै होइन अबको नेक्स्ट 1-2 इयरमा के हुन्छ होला कि एआई हेर्न मन छ क्या बिकज मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्यो
yeah
भन्दा लाइक आजभन्दा लेट्स चाहिँ होइन लास्ट 1 इयर अगाडिसम्म चाहिँ लेट्स चाहिँ होइन 10,000 पिपल वेयर वर्किङ एट एआई नाउ इट हेज बिन लाइक मिलियन अफ पिपल क्या होइन भनेपछि अब
right
लास्ट 5 इयरमा एचिभ हुने चिज त अब फ्यु मन्थमा एचिभ हुन्छ होला नि त होइन बिकज
exactly
सबैजनाको
it
ध्यान
was
इट इज अन एआई
yeah
क्या
it was just like how पहिला त्यो डेटा रिभोल्युसन भएको क्या होइन त्यो 2003 भन्दा अगाडिको जति डेटा अहिले हामी 2 डेजमा बनाउँछौँ है 2003 भन्दा अगाडि जतिसुकै डेटा स्टोर थियो नि यो वर्ल्डमा होइन अहिले 2 डेजमा वी क्रिएट सो मच अफ डेटा अरे एन्ड यु क्यान थिङ्क नाउ त्यो इफेक्ट हुन्छ नि इट्स लाइक एक्सपोनेन्शियल
या
That's very true.
त्यो लाइक कम्पनीज विल कम दे विल गो होइन अझै अहिले झन् नेटफ्लिक्सको कस्तो हालत भइरहेछ होइन लकडाउनमा इट वाज लाइक बुमिङ एकदमै
Right.
म्यासिभली
Clubhouse was there.
एक्ज्याक्टली अहिले कहाँ त छैन नि
It's almost to the verge
Yeah.
of bankruptcy.
या आई हेभन्ट इभन हर्ड द नेम आज मैले धेरै टाइमपछि सुने तिमीबाट क्लब हाउसको बारेमा लाइक
I think it's because I think they didn't adapt. हुन्छ नि
Yeah.
उनीहरू चाहिँ स्टक भयो क्या त्यतिखेर लकडाउनमा मान्छेहरूसँग हुन्छ नि मौका थियो टाइम थियो बोले अब everyone has to go back to their work. They
Exactly.
go back to their life. They cannot now always go into their phone and speak with people. हुन्छ नि
या
so I think अनि Clubhouse was so much I don't know arrogant or I don't know what to say. They didn't adapt. होइन.
Yeah.
So when it didn't adapt, what happened was there was no change and it
Exactly.
didn't change.
We have to adapt with change. I think this is the हुन्छ नि
Right,
एकदमै
right. Yeah,
सबैले बुझ्ने पर्ने क्या इफ समन इज रनिङ कम्पनी इफ दे डोन्ट एडाप्ट दे लस्ट क्या होइन लाइक
absolutely, absolutely.
कस्तो
100% we
लाइक
have to be the top त्यो एडाप्टेसनमा जो अगाडि बढ्यो नि, that's who will take over the world.
एक्ज्याक्टली अहिले बिङ इज अलिकति हुन्छ नि बिङ पपुलर होइन
See,
बट
yeah,
बिङभन्दा अर्को पनि आउनु सक्छ नि त होइन भोलिको दिनमा
आउनु
होइन
सक्छ.
होइन लाइक
बट अगेन लाइक कस्तो भयो भने बिङमा अब ओपन एआईको यो भयो नि त, इन्टिग्रेसन भयो नि त. सो आई थिङ्क ओपन एआई वाज द मार्केट बुमर क्या, होइन,
एक्ज्याक्टली
क्याल्कुलेस
या
थियो. सो आई थिङ्क इट्स भेरी हार्ड टु टप दिस क्या, बिकज उनीहरूले स्टार्ट गरेको यो बुमलाई दे नो हाउ टु ह्यान्डल दिस क्या,
हो नि
किनभने यत्तिकै त्यो बुम नै क्रिएट गर्दैन क्या. आई थिङ्क आई हेभ हर्ड दिस, कता हो आई डोन्ट नो होइन. दे वर वर्किङ अन एआई यो च्याट जिपिटीको थिङ फर लाइक लास्ट 5-6 years अलरेडी क्या, होइन. 2008 मैले पहिलो कम्पनी सुरु गरेको बेलादेखि उनीहरूको त्यो एआईमा वर्क गरिरहेको थियो भन्दाखेरि म त
हो नि
लाइक एन्ड it's really absurd for me to know this क्या हुन्छ नि. And so they know all the insider secrets to change this market. It's like puppets हो क्या हुन्छ नि market भन्ने.
या
Economics is like puppetry.
यस अनि लाइक हाम्रो चाहिँ अहिले कलेजमा चाहिँ होइन लाइक लास्ट विक चाहिँ अन्टरप्रिन्योरसिपको चाहिँ इभेन्ट वर्कसप ट्रेनिङ भइरहेको थियो क्या अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ होइन आई ह्याड टु पिच एउटा आइडिया होइन इमिडिएट आइडिया आई ह्याड टु पिच अनि मैले एउटा कस्तो आइडिया पिच गरेको थिएँ भन्दा वाट डु थिङ्क अबाउट दिस भन है त लाइक डु थिङ्क इट इज पोसिबल होइन मैले चाहिँ कस्तो आइडिया पिच गरेँ भन्दा लेट मी जस्ट ओपन पेपर है पेपर ओके जस्तो एउटा क्विक म एक्जाम्पल दिन्छु है त जस्तै अब लेट्स चाहिँ होइन आई हेभ अ पेन मसँग एउटा स्मार्ट पेन क्या द्याट इज गोइङ टु बी एन स्मार्ट पेन मसँग यहाँ पेन छ त्यो पेनको टिपमा चाहिँ हामीसँग अप्टिकल रिडर हुन्छ अप्टिकल क्यारेक्टर रिडर जसले चाहिँ लाइक इफ आई स्क्यान लाइक दिस होइन यसले चाहिँ त्यो क्यारेक्टर्स चाहिँ हुन्छ नि स्क्यान गरेर यसको क्यारेक्टर्स लिएर इट स्टोर्स अन द्याट पेन्स मेमोरी देन इट कम्युनिकेट विथ च्याट जिपिटी अरू कुनै जिपिटी मोड्युल होइन डिफ्रेन्ट जिपिटी मोड्युल्स छन् नि हामीसँग कुनैसँग कम्युनिकेट गर्छ अनि यहाँ सपोज क्वेसन छ भने इट स्टोर्स द क्वेसन इट कम्युनिकेट विथ द जिपिटी एन्ड इट गेट्स द एन्सर अनि त्यो एन्सर चाहिँ यो पेनको मेमोरीमा स्टोर हुन्छ एन्ड देन अब हामीसँग पेनको टिपमा चाहिँ एउटा मोसन सेन्सर हुन्छ जसले चाहिँ वेन आई किप द्याट पेन इन कन्ट्याक्ट विथ पेपर यसले चाहिँ इट राइट अटोमेटिकल्ली क्या लाइक मोसन सेन्सर एन्ड इट हुन्छ नि मुभ्स इट्स टिप क्या होइन लाइक दिस थिङ्स क्यान बी पोसिबल नि होइन
I mean, such ideas हुन्छ नि नर्मल पिपलले सोच्नु सक्दैन कि इनोभेटिभ माइन्ड नै चाहिन्छ त्यसको लागि.
त्यही त लाइक
एन्ड आई थिङ्क दिस इज अ रियली गुड आइडिया. आई थिङ्क if we can do it, it would really make a difference because utility छ क्या.
एक्ज्याक्टली त्यही माथि अझै एआईको बुम छ नि त यो टाइममा होइन टक्क इट वाज इमिडिएट आइडिया क्या पिच एन आइडिया ओके आई हेभ आइडिया भनेर आई वेन्ट आई लाइक द्याट क्या.
Was it successful?
No, actually, I presented it like 3 days ago. I haven't even worked on it, but I have done some research. Like, I guess it is possible. Like, reading a character is like reading a character is possible. Just the only difficult part is actually like moving the tip of pen, like motion sensor. Yeah, like for that we might have to use like machine learning and so many things. So that is the difficult thing. Like, what do you think? That can be possible?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
it's possible.
can
Because,
be possible.
I think we have already made robots, like working robots.
Yeah.
Like installing robots. We have already made OCR devices. Like even the pen को tip मात्रै OCR पनि देखेको छु होइन. Smallest OCR deviceहरू नि छ. So I think it's just combination and gluing things together. I think.
But like I mean to say like हामीसँग नेपालमा त्यस्तो रिक्वायर्ड मेटेरियल हुन्छ होला त त्यही एउटा च्यालेन्ज लाग्छ क्या मलाई चाहिँ बाहिर भयो त होइन इफ आई एम अन युएस अफकोर्स यो इजिली पोसिबल हुन्छ
I told you already. I didn't even get my book up to now.
एक्ज्याक्टली लाइक
So there's no chance. I mean कस्तो भयो भने मैले इन्डिया अस्ति जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ एउटा बुक स्टोरमा चाहिँ वालमार्टको त्यो सरी वालमार्ट भन्दा चाहिँ के मार्ट भन्ने थियो कि
वालमार्ट
नो आई थिङ्क फ्लिपकार्टमा चाहिँ बुक रहेछ क्या. सो आई ट्राई टु अर्डर इट बट वी हेभ टु कम ब्याक अगेन. सो आई वान्टेड टु गेट दिस बुक बट आई डोन्ट नो डेस्टिनी डजन्ट वान्ट मी टु take this book somehow but I will take it. So I think नेपालमा चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने legalitesहरूदेखि लिएर everything is totally messed up.
Exactly.
So I think it'll take next 20 years to हुन्छ नि fix this up. If young people come into the in light.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
त्यसपछि चाहिँ के होला भन्ने सोच्न सकिन्छ नत्र
या
यस्तो
एक्ज्याक्टली द अन्ली थिङ वी क्यान डु इज बाहिरबाट हामीले सामानहरू हुन्छ नि चाइनिज सामानहरू मगायौँ अनि नेपालमा जस्ट एसेम्बल गऱ्यौँ द्याट इज द अन्ली थिङ वी कुड
and that
डु
does
क्या
not mean that you make it here. Yeah?
या
It's just
एक्ज्याक्टली
assembly. So
या
it does not hold the real value.
नेपालमै लाइक
जस्तै
म्यानुफ्याक्चरिङ अल्सो त अहिलेको टाइममा त
yeah,
लाइक माइक्रोचिपदेखिबाट स्मल एन्ड स्मल हुन्छ नि
not
माइक्रोचिप्सहरू
possible
बनाउनु
is
पर्छ द्याट इज लाइक आई
yeah,
डोन्ट नो है सो हुन छ कि छैन आई डोन्ट नो बट मेबी छैन होला मस्ट प्रोबेबली कि
not
त्यस्तो टेक्नोलोजिज होइन
not possible. I think किनभने अलरेडी भएको इन्डस्ट्रीलाई त डुबाइरहेछ नेपाली गभर्मेन्टले लाइक जुट मिल डुबायो लेदर फ्याक्ट्री डुबायो टायर फ्याक्ट्री डुबायो सो एभ्री industry that is giving to the GDP of the country is being taken down because of some politics. Right? So how
या
can a country grow like that? So
एक्ज्याक्टली
जुन कन्ट्रीमा लाइक प्रडक्सन नै छैन जुन कन्ट्रीमा चाहिँ प्रडक्सन छैन ट्रेड डिफिसिट त भइहाल्छ नि लाइक देयर विल बी अभियसली दिस डिफरेन्स बिट्विन इम्पोर्ट एन्ड एक्सपोर्ट होइन सो
एक्ज्याक्टली
नो चान्स अफ डिस्कस अबाउट हुन्छ नि त्यो
या
दिस इन द नेक्स्ट फ्यु इयर्स आई थिङ्क नट
या ओके हामी बोलेको नि अलमोस्ट 1 hour and 45 minutes भएछ ओ माई गड
या
Oh my god.
एकैछिन जस्तो लाग्यो तर धेरै भइसक्यो
या ओके सो आई थिङ्क अब हामीले चाहिँ अब ऱ्यापअप गर्दा हुन्छ होला सो लाइक डु हेभ एनी लास्ट मेसेज टु से टु आवर भ्युवर्स एन्ड इफ पिपल्स आर वाचिङ अस देन
Yeah, I think one thing I would really like to say is whatever you do, I always say this also, whatever you do it with purpose. And when you हुन्छ नि हामीले चाहिँ एउटा पर्पस लिएर काम गऱ्यौँ भने चाहिँ doesn't need to be 100% हुन्छ नि doesn't need to be that you figure it out हुन्छ नि तपाईँले के गर्नुहुन्छ तपाईँले लाइफमा के गर्नुहुन्छ यो फिगर गर्नु पर्दैन जस्ट तपाईँको पर्पस इन्टेन्सन क्लियर हुनु पऱ्यो तपाईँको गोल क्लियर हुनु पऱ्यो यति भयो भने आफै बन्दै जान्छ आफै पाथहरू बन्दै जान्छ द्याट्स वाट आई हेभ फिगर्ड इट आउट एन्ड आई थिङ्क वान पर्सन मस्ट रियलाइज दिस doesn't matter if you're 10 years old doesn't matter if you're 50 years old but there should be a purpose in your life if you have not figured it out I think this is the time to figure it out and I think once you figure it out तपाईँले आफैले थाहा पाउनुहुन्छ कि त्यो चेन्ज किनभने त्यो पर्पसको लागि भाग्नुहुन्छ क्या तपाईँ नट बिकज अफ सम your boss tells you to do something you don't do that like that but you tell because your purpose tells you to do that so I think that's what I would like to wrap it up with that
Yes. कस्तो what a nice point. Just love it. Like I love your हुन्छ नि every single हुन्छ नि words होइन कस्तो it is so much insightful हुन्छ नि like I won't think of it in that way जस्तो पनि कुनै there are few points होइन like it was like एकदमै insightful conversation with you maybe अब maybe अब हामी like maybe we will have upcoming future conversation as well and yes we have to meet someday as well है because I would love to meet you है या अफ कोर्स लाइक हामी भेटौँ न कुनै दिन होइन कहिले हुन्छ नियर फ्युचर होइन यस
ओके
त्यस भए यस ओके त्यस भए अब तिमी कति बजी सुत्छौ अब वाट इज योर स्लिपिङ टाइम
usually I mean now I have recently joined gym so I sleep a little bit earlier but otherwise it would be like 1-2 o'clock or something like that but now I think I'm trying to make it like 11-12 or something like that
nice that is a fine routine like I would say
I would say I don't like to be in routine so that's why I just go with the flow.
Yeah, okay, so it was so great talking to you and thank you so much for being here today and
it was nice talking to you
yeah okay so see you soon then and bye bye good night bye bye
yeah, good night
Okay guys, so we had amazing talk now and wow such an amazing conversation with him and like everything we talk and it was so much insightful okay, full of insightful things right? And I just love talking with him and yes soon I'm going to talk with him in as a person in person and yes such an amazing experience I love talking with him so I think I have to wrap up now and I'm also feeling so much of sleepy I want to sleep right away and yeah okay bye bye